into the day with the dawn ringing in my ears. Oh, well, I tune to my TV show. No better way, I gotta get myself into gear. Let's go. Oh, and I feel good today with my wake up in the morning espresso. I feel good today. It's my feel good breakfast show.
Very good morning to you, South Africa. Welcome to it. It is your feel-good breakfast show, Expresso, live right here on SABC3. Thank you so much for choosing to wake up with us this morning. It's going to be a fantastic Thursday. We're nearing the weekend, and you can feel the energy as you step into the day. Welcome to it. How do you feel about our brand new wallpaper in the kitchen here? Our studio has been going through various transformations over the last couple of days, and each and every single week, it's been about 3 weeks now, we've brought something really fresh and interesting. This one is by Cara Saven. So thank you so much to Cara Saven Designs for hooking us up with this beautiful wallpaper. It's certainly going to make sure that our feel-good breakfast show in our home certainly does feel a lot warmer and more livable, I suppose, in the kitchen space here. Listen, we do have a jam-packed show for you. It's going to be lots of fun. Majosi is in the house with music. We've got lots of discussions going on as well. It's educational, it's inspiring, but it's also so entertaining all throughout. And let's meet up with the rest of the team.
So let's see what the weather has in store for us on this beautiful morning. Of course, an opportunity to help you get dressed for the day ahead, but hopefully get you in just the right mood. In Johannesburg, sunny conditions with warm temperatures, little to no wind expected today. Clear skies expected for the duration of the day. Humidity remaining extremely low, so bear that in mind. It's going to get dry. Temperatures peaking in the afternoon, and they'll remain steady towards the evening. Then plenty of sunshine expected in Durbs. As we know, temperatures are going to be beautiful with clear skies, just what we know Durban pretty much always offers around. It's summer and winter. Love it. A light northwesterly wind that dies towards the evening, and temperatures then will start to plummet. Port Elizabeth, sunny conditions there result with pleasant and warm temperatures, certainly more than the day before. Cloud cover increasing towards the afternoon with a westerly wind that picks up in the evening, and plenty of sunshine in the mother city with a light northwesterly wind that'll be dying down towards the evening. Cloud cover increasing towards the evening as humidity remains steady for the duration of the day. So that's what the weather has in store for you today. How are you, my brother?
Oh, Durban always coming through with the warmth, eh?
I love that. I remember like the whole world flocks to Durban, and it's crazy if you're sitting like Umhlanga or Durban beachfront, and you see how many people, and you're like, what are your people? But that's what it is. Right. It's summer in winter, and we love it. So.
It is. Just last week, I was in Karadine Beach out in KwaZulu-Natal, just outside of Durban. It's about 10, 15, 20 minutes outside of Durban. You were a little bit out of the city, but not so far out with Protea Hotel. And I must tell you, it felt like I just stepped into a nice tropical summertime, so which is absolutely fantastic. Speaking of that, you're looking like you're stepping into a summertime. Why aren't you wearing a jacket?
I got to get dressed, so I need Bronwyn to please step in here. Bronwyn Day, our stylist to the stars.
Good morning. Good morning.
So I raced through wardrobe and stole 2 outfits.
Yes.
I say that like I planned this. So Bronwyn, first of all, good morning, hon. How are you doing?
Good. A little tired after the AFCON game, but I enjoyed it.
I've been managed to make it through 10 minutes without thinking about it. Thanks for bringing that up. So make me feel better. We've got some unbelievable looks midwinter.
Yes.
Always the danger with our show is wanting to feel relaxed, keep it functional, but dress it up and add a little bit of glam.
Yeah.
Yes.
Loving both looks here. Take us through.
Exactly. So these are completely different. This is a little bit more sophisticated. It's the winter polo neck, which is a key trend.
Yes,
it's really important.
Yeah. What's the word for it now? Because we get confused. Is it polo neck or turtleneck? Because
This
I
is a
say
polo neck. A turtleneck doesn't fold over. It just goes to here, but a polo neck folds over.
And you know that he's going to be correcting people now, yeah?
I'm going to have to go to all my old Instagram posts and just change captions.
Yes, exactly. Hashtag polo neck. And then this is the bomber jacket with the bright knit underneath, which is, let me put this one down.
I'll take that.
Oh, thanks, Todd. Thank you. And then you can see it's just got a pop of colour, which is knitwear is all about colour. So this is a bit more relaxed with the bomber, so a little bit more casual.
Yeah, I like the mix of textures, design. There's something really interesting, and it's popping, it's cool, and
this is really.
I'm trying not to inform your choice here, because you ultimately are going to decide for us. Let us know on our Expresso Morning Show Facebook page which look you would go for. Which look should I go for this morning? Tia, I have a feeling that the polo neck, not the turtleneck, would be more your kind of vibe. This is awesome, but I really do like that classic kind of ramped up
A little bit more sort of chic and
man.
pulled
And
together.
it's simple enough at the same time. So it's comfortable, but it also really translates nicely. It looks really good.
I'd be happy with both.
This is really good.
Something absolutely no pressure, but you can decide what you think I should be wearing. Should I be popping in my bopper, or kind of bomber jacket, or dressing it up just a little bit with a polo neck and a jacket?
Yeah, well, Bronwyn comes in here and she really does help out. They work so hard to make sure that we've got all these really awesome things. While you're deciding which outfit that Graham needs to be wearing today, maybe start looking in your own wardrobe and finding what your staples are for winter, because everyone does have one. So we've asked you on social media. We're all about elevating our looks this winter. What is that one essential winter item in your cupboard? Everybody has one. And we've got comments here of people just sharing with us what some of theirs are. Sabelo Mkiza here says, good morning, fam. Wish you guys a great day. Thank you so much. Teresa Spina says, morning, Expresso family. I have a few, but I love my scarves. Scarves are a very popular winter item. And Scala Majola says, cozy. It's all about being cozy. Cozy items galore during the winter months. Tawando says, good morning, Expresso family show. And he's coming through from Port Elizabeth. Please do let us know. Reino Fortain also says scarves. And Cleo Dean says thick blankets. So, you know,
a thick blanket
if you want to rock out to the house, just throw in your thick blanket. That's also fine.
What's your staple, dude?
I think for me it's definitely polo necks. I would have said turtlenecks.
Are you sure not a turtleneck?
I think it's polo necks. Unless they're turtlenecks and I've been doing it wrong all my life and just folding them. But yeah, just let us know on social media what your favorite staple winter items in your wardrobe are using that hashtag Expresso Show. Leanne, what's going on there?
You know what's going on? It's my favorite day of the week. I absolutely love this day, and it's about to go even to that next level, because entertainment, music is something that we love, and one of the best, South Africa's favorite sons, Majosi's in the house, everybody! How are you, darling?
I'm so good. It's such a beautiful new space. I'm so glad to be here.
It is such a beautiful new space. We are absolutely loving it. You know what they say, change is as good as a holiday.
Yeah, it is. It's very nice.
Exactly. Well, so how do you intend to take us to that next level this morning? What are you sharing with us? I'm
going to share with you a new song that I just released. Ooh. And I've got a cute little kids ensemble to sing that song with me. Yeah.
I love it. I love it. So Majosi's bringing all the feels right now on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. Keep it locked. Do not move a muscle. If you must, you can go and refresh that coffee cup. Can we get you a cup of coffee? How do you like your coffee, by the way?
Just black.
Just black?
Just black, yeah.
Black, strong, bold, like yourself.
Like me.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think I can handle that. Majosi, on your Feel Good Breakfast Show, we are definitely going to take it to a whole nother level. I suggest you stay right where you are. Let's go and find out what the quote of the day is.
Oh, well, it's time for us to check out our quote for the day and hopefully set you up for all sorts of feel-good, positive vibes as you step into your Thursday. And our quote today comes from Riverdale star Lily Reinhardt. My word, do you remember her? She made her breakthrough in the world of acting with her role as Betty Cooper, and she's really passionate about the arts. She's been since a very young age, and at one point in her career, she struggled with depression and was on the verge of giving up and losing it all. But her acting career did manage to pick her up, and she's had some really wise moments in her time, and this is a quote from her this morning. It says, "You are the one thing in this world above all other things that you must never give up on. You are the one thing in this world above all other things that you must never give up on." And this is a powerful one. It's a straightforward one. It's very important to be kind to yourself and to recognize that you are certainly not alone, and that every single thing that you need, that you want, resides within you. And with those words, I say step into this Thursday feeling like a boss.
A boss indeed. Thank you so much, Taviso. Let's take a look at what's happening in your national news this morning. South Africa has revised its visa requirements for certain countries, including New Zealand and the United Arab Emirates. A new list of visa-free countries has been announced by the Minister of Home Affairs. Sandparks Marine Rangers have recovered many heavily oiled penguins in St. Croix Island in Algoa Bay and fear that half the colony may be affected. This is in the wake of an oil spillage offshore from the port of Nkuka early on Saturday morning. Now, moving further abroad, Egypt has instructed a law firm in the UK to file a civil suit over the sale last week of a Tutankhamun bust. Now, the sculpture of the pharaoh was bought for £4.7 million at Christie's auction house in London, despite Egypt's warning that it was probably stolen in the 1970s. Britain's ambassador to Washington, Sir Kim Darach, resigned yesterday after being targeted by US President Donald Trump over the leak of highly critical diplomatic cables that put the allies' relationship on edge. Trump has described Sir Kim as a very stupid guy and a pompous fool. And finally, Camille Schreier, a 24-year-old biochemist, has just won the 2019 Miss Virginia USA beauty pageant after performing an explosive chemistry experiment during the talent portion of the competition. Schreier's winning talent presentation featured her in a white lab coat and safety goggles, mixing chemicals to create spouts of colorful foam known as the elephant toothpaste reaction. Beauty pageants usually see people that are talented dancers and singers, but she wanted to break the boundaries and stereotypes for what talent looks like at Miss America. Schreier plans to use her platform as Miss Virginia to promote the work of Mind Your Meds, a drug safety and abuse prevention program. She will go on to compete in the Miss America pageant in September. Well, that was your 6 o'clock news update. Let's get our very first taste of what's happening in the world of sport. Here's Graham.
Sadly, we start on a tragic note this morning as tributes pour in for former Springbok winger James Small, who has sadly passed away at the age of 50. That's after he suffered a suspected heart attack on Tuesday evening. We certainly send our condolences to his friends and family. Then on the footballing front, the second Africa Cup of Nations quarterfinal saw William Troost-Ekong score the winning goal for Nigeria in the final minute of the game as they claimed a 2-1 win over Bafana Bafana at the Cairo International Stadium last night. In tennis, the greats Rafa Nadal and Roger Federer will meet at Wimbledon for the first time since 2008's final. That was after both advanced to the semi-finals this year. And a massive shock in the Cricket World Cup. The table toppers, India, they've crashed out of the tournament. That was after suffering an 18-run loss to New Zealand in a sensational match at Old Trafford yesterday. Incredible stuff. So the second Cricket World Cup semi-final fixture that sees hosts England up against the defending champions Australia kicks off at 11:30 SA time today. And that's where we leave our sport for now.
Don't fear the flu. Boost your immune system with Effaflu-C Immune Booster by Pharmadynamics. Effective, affordable healthcare.
Thank you very much, Graham. Let's take a look at your weather, a more comprehensive look. Now, we've asked you to send in your beautiful sunrise pictures, and Josephine Pickstone, who joined us yesterday in the kitchen, sent us this beautiful orange skyline from Cape Town. Josephine, you can expect areas of clouds and fog with occasional sunshine in Cape Town today, reaching a maximum of 18 degrees. And now we take a look at the rest of the country, starting off in Polokwane with a low of 8, reaching a high of 28. And the highest temperatures in the country today, that's in Mbombela, with 11 your minimum and your maximum is 32. Pretoria 8 and 26. If you're out in Johannesburg, 7 and 24 your max. Mahikeng 6 is your minimum and your maximum 26. A cold start to the morning for Klerksdorp today. 2 is your low and your high 26. Kimberley 4 reaching a max of 25. The lowest temperatures in the country today, that's Bloemfontein -1 is your start, reaching that peak of 22. And high humidity out in Richards Bay today. 14 is your minimum and your maximum 29. If you are in Pietermaritzburg, it's 10, your low and your high 30. Durban 17 and 25. And high humidity out in Umtata as well, with a low of 4 reaching a high of 30. East London 14 reaching a max of 28. And you've got a northwesterly wind traveling at 20 kilometers per hour out in Craddock today. 2 is your low and your high 28. Northwesterly winds at 18 kilometers per hour out in Port Elizabeth with a 12 and 26 maximum. And George, your temperatures today is 12 your low and your high is 21. And northwesterly winds in Sutherland traveling at 22 kilometers per hour, your low -1 reaching that high of 20. Cape Town, the mother city, 11 and 18. And Worcester, you've got 7 and 24. Clear skies all round for us. Springbok today, 6 is your start, that's your low, and your maximum is 25. And Uppington starting off at 8, reaching that high of 27. And that's where we leave it for now. remember to send us those beautiful sunrise pictures. We want to see you wake up and what you actually do get to wake up to using that hashtag Expresso Show.
Do you know, when I see this outfit, I feel like you want to go, yes.
I'll put my bed a little longer for it. Yes. It's going to add a touch of class, and I'm not even going to waste time going through all of the replies on our Facebook page for our wardrobe poll this morning, because the polo neck crushed it, smashed it.
Crush it?
It crushed it. So much so that the bomber jacket was embarrassed and couldn't even hang around. He was like, I'm not even going to go in. No, it's fine. I'm out of here. But thank you so much to Selo Makoto. Polo neck, indeed. Super style. Boom. Cameron Kristen, do the polished polo neck. Boom. And then I just got lots of hearts from Merjange. Thank you so much. Polo neck, polo neck, polo neck, polo neck, polo neck. Not one for the poor bomber. I quite like the bomber jack, but thank you so much, guys, for weighing in. It bombed out indeed. Tanya Jordan, morning, guys. Polo neck, please. Well, your wish is my command. I'm going to go nip off and
take it off.
I'm not going to do that on TV. We're not like that, okay? No, thank you so much, guys. I really do love this look. I'm going to go complete the look with Bronwyn and our superstar team of stylists. I'll see you in a moment.
All right, Mr. Watson. Well, of course, it's time for us to find out what's happening in the world of entertainment news. And then I just love it, like, poof. One is gone, the other one arrives.
We bump into each other in corners.
It's all good. It's all good. So do you want to hear what's happening in the world of entertainment?
I do want to hear. I know that it's got something to do with the Beckhams.
It sure does.
It's always interesting there.
We're talking about the son of Victoria and David Beckham. And, of course, he's been forging his own path in the world. I'm talking about Brooklyn Beckham. He's, he may be the son of one of the leading football players of the past few decades. And a 20-year-old Brooklyn Beckham is forging his own path in life. He's not having his parents do that for him. His famous parents, being David and Victoria Beckham, recently celebrated their 20-year wedding anniversary. Has time flown?
Wow. Has it been 20 years?
20 years.
Insane.
Exactly. And their eldest is working to give them more to be proud of. So on Tuesday, Brooklyn posted a beautiful shot that depicts that he was recently in South Africa for a photography project, during which he met an inspiring young woman by the name of Sipho, who is living with HIV. Now, in the caption to the video, Brooklyn explains that he, along with Dutch-Iranian entrepreneur Anna Nushin, came to South Africa to support the global fund to fight AIDS, tuberculosis and malaria, and the Gates Foundation. Now, the video is accompanied by snaps that Brooklyn took of Sipho applying Anna's makeup and the two of them conversing in the interview. She radiates so much happiness, Brooklyn said about Sipho. Now, it seems that the youngster has chosen photography as his career, as he dropped out of college last year to pursue an internship under leading photographer Rankin in the UK. And in 2017, he released a photography book called What I See. So while he has managed to land some major shoots with international stars and publications, it was reported yesterday that his colleagues have other thoughts about his skills. Now, one said that he is, high shame, lacking in basic skills in most areas, but is making up for it in enthusiasm.
I was literally cheering the whole time, and now it's going a bit south. What's going on?
Yeah, just like that. You're throwing poor Brooklyn under the bus. So what do you think of Brooklyn's photography skills? You can let us know your thoughts on our social media pages with the handle @Expresso Show using the hashtag Expresso Show. He's lacking in basic skills, which means he just sucks all around.
Basically, he's terrible. My only mission now at the end of this is to go actually on Google Images and try and find these bad images.
Yeah, because I mean, if you're lacking in the basic stuff, that means you suck.
Yeah. Well, go check them out and let us know what you think on social media while we take a break to look at them as well.
Get to a crazy store in your town this school holiday and discover a treasure trove of arts and crafts for the whole family to enjoy, as always, at great value. Paper, paints, modeling clay, sketchbooks, glitter, crayons, aprons, rubber stamps, ribbons, felt tip pens, learn to paint sets, and a whole universe of creative fun at crazy good value. Only at the Crazy Store. Holidaying near or far, there'll be one just about wherever you are.
1, 2. Oh, no mic here. Okay, let's not get a mic as well. Okay, and the next one. Okay, cool. No problem. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Thank you, Mr. Soundman. Well, I hope you don't mind. Can I have your permission? 'Cause there are some things that I just wanna say. And if you feel like there is something missing, well, you best get on your knees and pray. 'Cause you are everything that I have spent my life searching for some meaning through this joy and strife. 'Cause I don't think that I will ever get this right, but I'm willing to try, I'm willing to try, yeah. 'Cause you are somebody, and you are love. Don't need nobody telling you you'll never be enough. You are somebody, and you are love. Don't need nobody telling you.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. It's Expresso right here on SABC3. Time to get into some really, really important topics, and hopefully one that will inspire you along the way. Now, the scourge of unemployment and the resulting poverty, inequality and loss of dignity that comes with it is a major problem amongst the youth of South Africa, with official figures showing that 55.2% of those living between 15 and 35 cannot find jobs. Now, Pride Factor, a company dedicated to improving the quality of young people's lives through inspiration and guidance on how to lead successful and fulfilling lives, is launching an online academy offering courses in basic and advanced life skills, financial literacy, entrepreneurship and more, designed to prepare teens and young adults for the challenges of the working environment. Pride Factor's success story, Vuyo Joboda, joins Expresso this morning to share more. Can we give her a warm Expresso welcome? Vuyo, looking good, baby girl.
Thank you.
Listen, you are a trailblazer. I just want to give you just a little bit of a CV. It's long. She is a business owner, a TV host, a radio DJ, and soon to be author, amongst so many more. You're doing so well. Really are proud of you.
Thank you.
How did working with Pride Factor, specifically the MD Dean Factor, help you to fulfill the dreams that you have for your life?
So, I mean, you know, as a young girl, I always knew that, you know, I had this passion inside of me. And in 2014, I joined the Pride Factor program.
Yeah.
And from then onwards, you know, my passion got ignited to just go on and pursue all my dreams, and I think what I learned the most from Dean was that I should do what I love and do it well and become successful at it and be unapologetic about my dreams.
I love that.
And I think that for me has been what has sustained and helped me throughout my journey along.
How have you seen Pride Factor change the lives of other people as well?
You know, whenever I see the thousands of young people that Pride Factor gets to touch, I always get, you know, emotional, because I understand what it is to go through the program and the benefits of it, and the fact that, you know, your life becomes changed. You get to learn things that you don't know. You don't get to learn from schools or from home. But the program has changed thousands of young South Africans' lives, and we still continue to do so as we go forward with the online academy now launching soon.
Let's talk about the online academy, and I see the fact that it's going to be helping provide 300 bursaries. Tell us more.
So, I mean, you know, we are living in a digital world, right?
Of course.
And a lot of our young people are now on social media and on their phones. So we thought as Pride Factor, why not go digital and launch an online academy that's going to be able to reach young people from all over South Africa. And so now Skol Energy Drink is giving away 300 double bursaries.
That is insane.
To 300 successful candidates to be part of the online academy, and to just this life-changing opportunity that's going to help them, you know, learn valuable life skills, learn entrepreneurship skills, and it's a 13-part challenge, training, life skills training, and there'll be also a 5-part intensive entrepreneurship one-on-one course as well. That's going to drill that entrepreneurship passion within our young people in our country.
Priceless.
And also you get to win amazing prizes, get to meet amazing people, and also get a completion certificate at the end of it, which you can put on your CV.
Exactly.
So, I mean, hey.
Plus, you're getting skills that no person can ever take away from you. I think that is the win right there. Tell us more about the fact that you are hitting the road very soon with the Connected Youth University Roadshow.
Okay, that one is exciting for me.
Yeah, you're in there.
Because I'm a university student myself. So I definitely understand the importance of being taught other skills. Because, I mean, in varsity, you get to learn the curriculum. You get to be taught the ins and the outs of what it is that you're studying. But now, Vodacom and Pride Factor is giving university students other skills, like financial skills, work readiness.
The things you're never going to learn in the classroom.
So by the time by the time you leave university, you're prepared for the working world, and you're prepared for the, also getting to understand that even if you're studying law, but you can get entrepreneurship skills that can enable you to become, an entrepreneur. Because as you said, our statistics are very bad with unemployment. But now this enables young people to get those entrepreneurship skills that are very necessary for this economy.
I love that. Vuyo Joboda, everybody. I told you she was absolutely inspirational. Thank you so much for joining us this morning, and of course taking us through the fact that 300 bursaries for the Pride Factor Online Academy will be awarded to those who provide the best motivation of why they should be chosen when they submit their applications. Now, don't miss this unique opportunity to get free access to valuable skills and information. Now it'll put you at the front of the queue for job opportunities. All you have to do is go to pridefactor.co.za and register right now. Every application will be acknowledged, and the best 300, which you could be a part of, will receive free access to this gateway to the future. And let me tell you, this right here is a product of that incredible program, and you could be too.
Wow. Absolutely love it. And cute to boot, looking absolutely gorgeous. But it's more than just an opportunity. It's an opportunity to start creating opportunities. It's all about that entrepreneurial mindset. If you can't find the job that you deserve, that you are most suited for, go out and create it. Absolutely love Pride Factor.
Well, speaking of creating, if you weren't watching yesterday, we made a huge announcement. We made the announcement that the popular TV Presenter Scout competition, Presenter Search on 3, will soon be coming back to your TV screens for an exciting 5th season, which is absolutely fantastic. Now, lots has changed since we moved locations, and now Presenter Search on 3 is looking for 2 new faces to join your family of feel-good breakfast show.
Completely. And we are looking for individuals who stand out in their own right. Nothing that has come before. We want to see something new, but the way that you can put yourself in line to win has changed quite dramatically as well. So we're going to give you a step-by-step guide on how to enter. We'll have this on all of our social media platforms as well, but this is how you make yourself famous, how you can join our family. First of all, you've got to record a video of yourself talking to camera, maximum length of just 1 minute as per Instagram's time limit. So you've got to make it good. In the video, introduce yourself, giving your name and where you live. Then share what makes you unique as an individual. Post your video to Instagram using the hashtag PresenterSearchOn3. And please take note that deadlines for entries are going to close on midnight on the 31st of July. So it's coming, baby. It's coming. And if you're entry is successful, we'll contact you and you'll be invited to audition with a panel of judges, some superstars on that panel, and auditions will take place at various locations around the country. Good luck.
It's really awesome.
Good luck, man.
If you think you've got what it takes to join the ranks with us on South Africa's award-winning breakfast show, then make sure that you present yourself well and you show off what you're made of and what you've got. And remember that you must introduce yourself, which is your name and where you live. And don't forget to add the hashtag, which is hashtag PresenterSearchOn3. So we'll be able to find you, and the entries, like Graham said, will close on the 31st of July. So don't waste any time. For more details and the full T's and C's, go and check out presentersearchon3.com.
Most importantly, most importantly, be yourself. Don't present an image of something other than yourself. On this show, there's nowhere to hide. We are the people that you see, and we cannot wait to welcome 2 new energies. Look what these new energies bring to our show. We absolutely love being able to give an opportunity to some incredibly talented young presenters out there, but you've got to get on it and get on it now. You can ponder that, even start recording, rehearsing your video as we go to a quick break.
Cadbury Dairy Milk shines a light on the generosity alive in each of us. Bring your old toys to any of Cadbury Dairy Milk's pop-up Little Generosity shops in major centres this winter and receive a slab of Cadbury Dairy Milk chocolate. Get to Cape Town's Canal Walk Little Generosity shop from the 19th of July to the 5th of August with your toys, and let's inspire a little more Cadbury Dairy Milk goodness in the world.
2. Give me the key. Wow. Well, I hope you don't mind. Can I have your permission? 'Cause there are some things that I just wanna say. But if you feel like there is something missing, well, you best get on your knees and pray. 'Cause you are everything that I have spent my life searching for some meaning through this joy and strife. 'Cause I don't think that I will ever get this right. Come on, listen, sing it with me. I'm willing to try, come on. I'm willing to try, come on. Come on, Expresso, put me as a new presenter. You need presenters, and I will be your presenter. Expresso. She's like, ain't nobody telling you you'll never be enough. Listen, Wally on the keys. If you feel like there is something missing, and everybody's always in your way, maybe take your time and clear your vision before you say the things you need to say. 'Cause you are everything that I have spent my life searching for some meaning through this joy and strife. 'Cause I don't think that I will ever get this right, but I'm willing to try. I'm willing to try. You are somebody, and you are love. Don't need nobody telling you you'll never be enough. You are somebody, and you are love. Don't need nobody telling you you'll never be. Oh, 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 oh. You are somebody, and you are love. Don't need nobody telling you you'll never be enough. You are somebody, and you are love. Don't need nobody telling you you'll never be.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back. Thank you so much for tuning in. We love to have you join us here live with Expresso as we get pumped, super pumped about some national pride. At the moment, the world's best, and I mean absolute cream of the crop in youth baseball, we'll be heading to Korea to the Ginjong Hyundai Dream Ballpark. It's the largest baseball-themed theme park in the world, and it's in Korea, and it's where the Under-18 Baseball World Cup will be taking part. And of course, the South African Under-18 are going to be proudly representing our country at the tournament, and here to give us a take on what they must be feeling like ahead of what must be a massive opportunity, not just for individuals but the team. We've got assistant coach Robert Smith, team members Anavuyo Katleho and Luke November. Guys, welcome to it.
Yeah,
does it make you nervous to hear it out loud? I mean, it's here, it's been a long build-up. This is something you've experienced before. How are you feeling, Rob?
Yeah, super excited. I think we stand a good chance in winning some games. We've done good preparation. It's been a long slog, 2 years of training, so we're ready to go.
I have to start with the stock standard question of where is baseball? Because a lot of people call it fringe, they'll call it kind of one of the lesser known or minnow sports, but so much has been pumped into from individuals into growing baseball. Where are we in the world at the moment?
I think we're growing quite nicely in South Africa. We just had our second South African play in the Major League. So I think we're getting on the map, eh?
Buddy, Anavuyo, is that the goal here, Major League? What is baseball to you at the moment? Obviously, short-term goals, we want to get the experience, we want to win games firsthand at the under-18s, but what is the long-term goal for you?
My long-term for baseball is to play in the major leagues. Also, not stop playing baseball for my life, yeah.
I absolutely love it. You've been through this before, Luke. You, an OG of sorts in the team. You've obviously had the opportunity to go and play in Canada at under 18 world champs before. How is the team feeling? How are you feeling about the mountain that you've got to climb? And we'll get into why this is a mountain in just a moment when we look at your fixture list. Yo.
Yeah, we obviously have a tough task ahead of us, but we've been working hard for the past 2 years, and the team has been announced, and everybody's excited and ready to go.
Talk me through this draw, buddy. How do you get your team pumped to play not one but two of the biggest guns in baseball? America, Japan, first up.
Yeah, well, we had a great tournament last time round. We lost 5-0 to America, which was the biggest upset of the tournament. We're the lowest ranked in the tournament, and they were the top ranked in the tournament, went on to win the tournament, and we lost 5-0, which was a great result. Hopefully we can upset them again.
I love your vibe, dude. It's, for me, when I see how much work goes into growing a sport and to getting out there and getting yourself onto a world map, qualifying for games like this is a massive thing. What is the ultimate goal here for the team? Why is it so vital that you get these young men out there into that space?
Look, I think the big thing for our immediate goal for the tournament will be to try and get into the super round, which will take us winning 3 games in the first round. And I think it's achievable. I mean, with the amount of preparation, 5 times a week, been training really hard, I think we can get there to take that. And then also to put our boys on the stage and hopefully get 1 or 2 of them spotted, get them signed big league teams or possibly go to college.
Well, this is the thing, and I know I have the opportunity to interview a lot of youth kind of sports stars making that leap, and I know a lot of guys in golf, in tennis, in swimming that are doing it. Does it feel like something that's right in front of you? How far away does that goal of Major League feel? Could it happen for you at this tournament?
I think it could happen for me if I play hard, and yeah, I think it could happen for me.
I love it. I can see the fire in the eyes, dude. I absolutely love that. Luke, what is your message to the team? Because they brought the whole team en masse, assistants, everyone is out here, and it's created such a cool buzz in studio. I can feel the energy, you can feel the brotherhood in that space. What is your message to the team, man?
Yeah, it's just keep working hard, and because, well, I've been there before and it's been a super tough task. We've prepared a lot better, so we're looking to, just do the best that we can.
Well, we're looking for you to do the best that we can. We're looking for another upset, buddy. I want to see a 4-1 upset against the US. Now, you're already doing us proud, so go out there and continue to represent yourselves in the best way possible. Absolute pleasure hosting you guys. Please stay connected with us, and all the best of luck. Bon voyage, man.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
You can send your messages of love. This is a national team going to fly that South African flag up against some pretty tough opposition, but an incredible group of young men that deserve and need our support, so go and show some love.
Well, our boys are making waves, and this is the type of stuff we like to hear on this show, right?
Always,
absolutely,
always. Fly the flag.
Now, yoga. Let's switch the focus over to yoga now, which is an ancient mental, physical, and spiritual practice that originated in India thousands of years ago. And today, yoga it definitely has become a popular practice in keeping fit and active. And now, a consistent practice of yoga, we're told, is good for you, and it offers all kinds of physical and mental health benefits.
Now, International Yoga Day is celebrated in more than 150 countries every year. And this year, it took place at the Wanderers Stadium in Johannesburg. Our very own Mosa was lucky enough to join in on finding her inner self.
Over 150 countries celebrate the International Day of Yoga. Today, Johannesburg yogis come together for an outdoor yoga session and to celebrate the International Yoga Day at the Wanderers Stadium in Johannesburg.
For a day, the bull ring became the most serene, calm and in-tune couple of acres in all of Jozi. So many people find inner peace and physical and mental balance through these meditations, postures and movements that the United Nations has listed yoga as a cultural heritage for all the world.
Is this your first time at the International Day of Yoga event?
No, we're actually here. I've been last year, and a couple of years back we were at the Summer Place one as well.
And how often do you practice yoga?
About 2-3 times a week, but I'm mostly a runner. It helps me escape reality sometimes, and it's good for strengthening because as a runner I actually have to have strong legs. It's actually helped me a lot with that. You see everyone from different backgrounds, we all brought here by the one thing that we most enjoy, and I saw some people that are trying it for the first time, so it's actually fun seeing that there's people who are getting interested in this and seeing the actual benefits of it.
What is your favorite yoga pose? I'd like you to show me. Let's do it together.
Oh jeez. It's called Vasitana, and which is a side plank.
Been incredible. I've loved the live music and I'm obsessed with all the funky tights here. I actually started when I started going to the gym. I met my new best friend and she's a yoga instructor, so she introduced me to the world of yoga. So we try to do a little bit in the beginning or the end of each gym session just to round it off nicely and get our souls feeling good for the day.
So even a proper pose, just one, can actually change the way you feel or change your perspective on the day.
How often do you practice yoga?
Not often enough, but I really do want to practice some more. It's good, it grounds you and it centers you and it's just good for your soul.
And how has yoga changed your life?
I find the breathing exercises to be quite beneficial. So life can get very tough and overwhelming, but the moment you actually get into that space where you center yourself, you breathe, and almost like meditating, it helps to put a lot of things into perspective. Day-to-day living can be quite rough, but yoga helps us to strike that balance.
The weather's great, the people are lovely, the stalls are great. It's a great turnout, and I don't think anyone's being pretentious. Everyone's in their element, and it's just been a lovely day.
Yoga's changed my life in a way that I can think better, I think, and I've incorporated more spirituality in my life.
And what's your most favorite yoga pose since you came back here again, especially for yoga?
Oh, I like any of the warrior poses. Like Warrior 2 just makes you feel really powerful.
I've always dealt with a lot of anxiety and things like that, and I find that after a yoga session I feel so much better. I just feel calm and like ready to take on anything. It was actually so fun and so calming, and I really had a good time.
It's been an absolutely amazing experience being here at the International Day of Yoga. Outside yoga, and of course doing my most favorite thing, yoga. I feel like my chakras are all aligned.
Yoga.
Let me tell you, have you ever tried yoga before, though?
I have. You know what? I actually never tried yoga before I joined this show, but I've done so many inserts on this show where we visited people that do yoga. Just last week I went to Durban and I did yoga on the beach. When I was in Mauritius, I did the most amazing yoga you can find.
So I love that you wait until you are over the waters to do.
It seems my favorite type of yoga is by the beach. You know? Seaside
bougie,
yoga.
honey,
Wake up in the
bougie.
morning in that form.
But
And
it's
you?
fabulous. I have done yoga before, and it's actually something that I want to try out even more. You know, it is so beneficial to the body and definitely worth doing. So let's do some
you
yoga, my
maybe
friend.
zen in and yoga during the break. We'll think about our yoga moves and poses that Leanne likes to do.
Enjoy a moment in between with McCafe. See you after the break.
Bon boy.
Discover the new language of travel. Marriott Bonvoy. 30 hotel brands, endless experiences, rewards reimagined.
Welcome back. Thank you so much for tuning in. It's been an inspirational show thus far. MOT South Africa is certainly going to take us further along that path in partnership with My School, My Village, My Planet. They are working with young people, teaching them to make conscious life choices. I absolutely love that. That will help them develop to be the best versions of themselves that they can be and develop into their full potential, and to help give them a little bit of courage to say no, courage to inspire others in their same community and say yes to a more authentic life, something that we try to live by on the show. So MOT's training program gives young people the strength to manage peer pressure, which is massive. We know that, to believe in themselves and to take responsibility for their own lives and future. I absolutely love every box that we have just ticked, and we are now joined by an inspiring group this morning to tell us a little bit more about the partnership and the impact that they are having. Very warm welcome to Peter Twine, who we know and love. Of course, joining us is Nanziwe Daisy Mbata, Ayanda Dlamini, and Andiswe Maka. Sorry we ran out of space on the couch for you. But life is tough, girl. You know this. You know this, man. It's about.
You have to have
it's about persevering. You're a very impressive group of young women. So thank you so much. You're also impressive, Peter. Thank you. For the uninitiated, what is MOT South Africa all about?
So MOT actually stands for courage, or ability to have courage, and so what we do, it is a comprehensive global life skills concept, as you've said, which strengthens young people to have resilience and awareness and to have the courage to live, to care and say no. And as Tata Madiba said, you know, to rise above all circumstances is important for you to have the dedication and passion as well. So those are the values that we instill in young people.
It's quite something to sum up pretty much every socio-economic issue in one kind of line. And I'm going to focus on one portion of that line, just say no. Why is that so important in a South African context?
I think it really is. I mean, you know, having the courage to say no, it really does take a lot. And when we look at, you know, the groups that we work with at MOT, it's young people. So it's so much easier to want to blend in, to be a part of the crowd. And sometimes blending in is not going to get you very far. And sometimes having the courage to step up and say no and take a different kind of decision and a different step, that will probably get you much further than, you know, what the rest of the crew is getting up to.
And it's probably even more difficult now because there is a social media element that we, or elephant in the room, that we kind of paint over and we treat it as a light thing, but it's controlling people's lives. Adults are governed by it. I know, Peter, you were posting on Instagram just now. You're like, am I wearing the right jacket? I'm going to have to ask the ladies. No, I think in all seriousness, these sorts of campaigns are brilliant, but they need funding, they need support, and they need buy-in from a bigger community. And I think for My School, My Village, My Planet, I've been lucky enough to enjoy some of my most memorable moments on TV because of the kind of partnerships you have. Why was it so important to back these goals?
This year we actually celebrating Mandela Day on a very different way, and focusing on not just the day but also the total month to make a difference. Good. So partnering with the team at MOT, we're focusing on celebrating the leadership style that Madiba left us, that great style that encouraged people and equipped people. And the My School, My Village, My Planet program is actually asking our supporters to engage as well holistically. For every swipe that they make, we will contribute an additional amount, in addition to what they're getting for their own beneficiaries, we're giving to MOT to develop these 67 young people for life in South Africa. So we're very encouraged by what the team is doing, but also from the program side, it is our ethos, it is our purpose to make a difference in the lives of South Africans.
That's called headhunting, though. They're just looking for their next exceptional young person to hire in a couple of years. And I say that unashamedly because every company should be doing this. Create the workforce, create the community, the country that you want. And I am joking, but I know this is ultimately the precipice that we stand on. So we know the bigger picture. pressure can depress us because it feels like we're losing, but then you focus in on a number of individuals, a small group of phenomenal young people, young women doing something, and that's when the light bulb suddenly lights up and you realize, okay, this is one person can turn the tide. What has it meant to you? And maybe you can all weigh in here to be a mentor, to be involved in this program when you start to see those success stories and that come through.
Well, basically for me, it has meant a lot because with the Moot training program, becoming a young motivator, you get to meet other young people and you get to share our life difficulties, our challenges in life, and you get to understand that you're not the only one who's facing so much in life. And you get to inspire other people with your story, because I know with me, I was suffering from depression for the longest time and was struggling to tell anyone about it. And with Moot, it has enabled me to inspire other people by telling them what I've been through, what it has made for me in life, where it has put me in life, and struggling with the acceptance of my sexuality and all of that. So I've dealt with a lot in life, but through courage that Moot has taught me, I am the person that I am today. I am able to talk about it freely, and I am able to accept myself for the person that I am. So
And Graham, I think the beautiful thing about Moot is the fact that it's young people motivating, encouraging, giving each other courage. It's not like, and as much as we respect, the older generation, we respect it, but I think when young people...
Why did you look at the two of us when you said that?
I see the grey spice coming in, the grey spice coming in. But I think the jewel in all of this is that young people are having these conversations with each other. Young people are helping each other. Like our motivator here was saying that she was able to talk and be courageous and having a conversation about whether it be sexuality, depression, but it's young people coming together and saying, we can actually do something about these things. Because, as much as we want to go to, somebody who is older to give us advice, I think most of the time we take it from our peers.
Well, the thing is, they just can't relate sometimes. So I think the most important thing here, how do we get a card, or how do we support, how do we swipe? Do we have to change anything in the way that we swipe? What do we need to do?
It's actually so simple. So if you're not a supporter, go to our website or download the My School app. You'll get a virtual card. You start interacting immediately. And also for our existing supporters, just go out there in July. There's a few, 2 weeks left. And let's go for it. Let's really swipe, because that swipe will also help these young people going forward in life. And it'll make them the citizens that South Africa need to realize our potential.
Simple as that. But we need money, y'all, to be able to do these things. So please support. And we're making it so easy. You can still support the campaigns that you're already supporting. And throughout the month, Mandela Month, add a little extra support to these incredible, phenomenal young women. Thank you so much for joining us. Just say yes to that and just say no to everything else. All those pressures. And we know there are a lot. So thank you so much for being relatable, for putting yourselves out there. And I'll see you as just one of the girls, man. Thank you so much. Thank you so much to everyone who has supported as well. Hopefully that's inspired you just a little bit today.
And now we say yes to fitness. Now, sports fitness training is designed to prepare athletes for the physical demands of the competition. But baseball training is different. And we know that baseball is a sport of precision. It's about making sure that you're in the best possible shape. And it really does go a long way in helping you get that winning result for your team. Now, in baseball, you need to focus on speed, agility, and strength, amongst other things. And here to show us how to do all of this is the under-18 South African baseball team that are obviously preparing for the games. You guys are going off to Korea. Jody, what does it take to get ready for this sort of competition?
Well, first, hard work.
Yeah.
Baseball, unfortunately, being the minor sport, these guys think all you do is throw and hit.
Yeah.
But there's another segment, as you mentioned, the strength segment.
Yeah.
And baseball being an explosive sport, movement has to be, really explosive. So the training is specific.
Yeah.
But like all sports, it starts with a base.
Okay, we need strength, we need agility, we need speed. What are you going to be showing me today, guys?
So today we're going to just show you how we activate.
Okay.
So like all sports, you need to activate before you do anything, so preventing injuries. And the first thing we do, which is guys are starting to get to know, is called the bowing.
Okay.
So we're going to have them demonstrate for you. It's a 30-second hold that we normally do on each leg.
Cool.
But today we'll just get them to do 5 seconds.
Okay, if you're out at home, join in on all this fun. Maybe move your furniture around and get involved. They do have obviously an age advantage, being under 18s and with me being almost 60, but let's see how it goes.
There we go. Okay guys, let's go. Left leg first. Left leg.
Left is this side.
Okay, get it nice and deep. Get it nice and deep. There we go. Okay, get that leg right back there, guy.
You can do it, T-Man.
There we go, there we go. So what we're doing here is we're activating the glutes.
Yeah.
That's where all the power comes from, you know, the hips.
Yeah.
So whatever sport you're doing, whether it be dance or baseball, you gotta get the hips active.
So how long would you be in this position for?
So normally we'd hold for 30 seconds.
30 seconds?
Yeah, 30 seconds. We'll do 2 sets on
look
each
at them.
leg.
They're crumbling.
Yeah,
are you guys ready for
I
career?
think it's too early in the morning, eh?
Hey, are you even ready?
Okay, then we'd also do something called bum lifts.
Bum lifts,
So we'll go onto our backs. And again, this will be again to activate the pelvis, the hips, as well as the glutes.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go. So we're lifting up. There we go. You're pushing to the sky. We're doing reps. So up, down. There we go. So
I'm guessing this would go on for 30 seconds as well.
No, we'd normally do 15 reps. And we do 2 sets as well.
Okay. It's actually quite fun. I've done many exercises on this show and they've not been as fun as this. I could do this all day, honestly.
Yeah, well, wait, it gets intense. So don't worry, it gets intense.
And what does this do?
Okay, again, it's just an activation, activating the glutes, activating the hamstrings, the quads.
Yeah.
So again, in baseball, we're using legs.
Yeah.
You know, you're on your feet all the time.
Yeah.
Baseball's a sport where there's no time limit. It's about innings. So you could be on your feet for 3 hours. So you have to be ready.
Yeah. And I suppose for a normal person who's not a baseball player sitting at home, this just what does it help them with?
Again, it's just for core.
Core,
you know?
that's
And if
it.
you don't have a strong core, you can't really do much.
Yeah.
You know, and people that sit behind desks all day, even them need strong cores.
Yeah. What are we doing next? What are you showing us next?
Okay, so next we're going to take them into a bit of a strength component. So again, we don't always have a gym. We don't always have access to weights. So we've developed something called the bear crawl. So we'll start here and we're just going to get 2 or 3 of them to show you and you can join in.
I'll just watch for now.
Okay,
and
watch for now and then
learn
so just
from them quickly.
Any 2 of you, let's go. Any 2 of you, let's go. So we'll go. Yeah. So normally you get into, again, core position, activate the glutes, and we just do a crawl. So it's a good old crawl. Normally we do it 10 meters.
You just go up and down in this crawl. Okay, well, listen, if you're at home and you want to get involved, you want to get that core of yours activated, these steps are pretty simple and easy to follow. Get involved and maybe send us videos of yourself doing it as well. I'm going to get involved with you guys. It'll probably be, will we have another part 2 to do this? Are we going to do this again, director? No, we're not going to do this again. But listen, we're going to have some more fun while we go for an ad break. Okay, cool. Let's go. Let's crawl.
My name is Nate Maps, and I was a contestant on season 8 of Tropical Island of Treasure. It was amazing.
I'm Sashi Naidu, and I was the winner of season 2 Tropical Island of Treasure Zanzibar. I can honestly say that even if I hadn't won, it was one of the best experiences of my life.
If you'd like to win that 1 million rand, make sure you enter season 9 of Tropical Island of Treasure.
Let fame and fortune find you in Carousel Tropical Island of Treasure season 9.
Tropical Island of Treasure, Curacao.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back, you incredibly hard-working South Africans, as you prepare for your day ahead. Hopefully we've inspired you just a little bit, and we're going to continue on that trend. But let's bring you up to speed with the local and global international headlines.
Thank you so much, Graham. In the national news this morning, South Africa has revised its visa requirements for certain countries, including New Zealand and the United Arab Emirates. A new list of visa-free countries has been announced by the Minister of Home Affairs. Sandparks Marine Rangers have recovered many heavily oiled penguins on St. Croix Island in Algoa Bay and fear that half the colony may be affected. This is in the wake of an oil spillage offshore from the port of Nkuka early on Saturday morning. On the international front, Egypt has instructed a law firm in the UK to file a civil suit over the sale last week of a Tutankhamun bust. The sculpture of the pharaoh was bought for £4.7 million at Christie's auction house in London, despite Egypt's warning that it was probably stolen in the 1970s. Britain's ambassador to Washington, Sir Kim Darroch, resigned yesterday after being targeted by US President Donald Trump over the leak of highly critical diplomatic cables that put the Allies' relationship on edge. Trump has described Sir Kim as a very stupid guy and a pompous fool. And finally, the Bloodhound is alive and well, and South Africa awaits with bated breath. Now, fans are elated that the UK-led Bloodhound supersonic car venture is no more bogged down and will soon be heading to Huxkeenpan near Uppington in the Northern Cape for testing, hoping to hit at least 800 kilometers per hour. Trials will see the car run without its rocket engine. It will be powered solely by a Rolls-Royce Eurofighter jet engine. The trial will provide the data needed to achieve the planned 1,600 kilometer per hour, an event that could put the Northern Cape on the map, with more than 1.5 billion people watching it live on TV. The current land speed record of 1,228 kilometers per hour was set in 1997. Well, that was your 7 o'clock news update. Let's get another look at what's happening in the world of sport.
We start on a truly tragic note. The former Springbok winger James Small has passed away at the age of 50 after he suffered a suspected heart attack that happened on Tuesday evening. We certainly send all our love and our condolences to his family and the broader South African rugby community. Then on the footballing front, the second Africa Cup of Nations quarterfinal saw William Troost-Ekong score the winning goal in the final minutes for Nigeria as they claimed a 2-1 win over South Africa at the Cairo International Stadium last night. In tennis, the Giants are marching on and they'll meet again. Rafa Nadal and Roger Federer will meet at Wimbledon for the first time since the 2008 final, after both advanced to the semi-finals this year. And of course, in the Cricket World Cup, a massive shock as the tabletoppers India, they crashed out of the tournament, suffering an 18-run loss to New Zealand. That was in a sensational match at Old Trafford yesterday. That second Cricket World Cup semi-final fixture, which sees hosts England up against old foes and defending champions Australia, kicking off South African time 11:30 today. That's where we leave our sport for now. We'll expand on those headlines in a half hour.
Thank you, Graham. It's just after 7 o'clock. Let's take another look at your roads this morning. Starting off in Gauteng, out in Sandton, there is a stationary vehicle that's on the N1 southbound after Beyers Nordia Drive. The right lane is blocked, so please do approach with caution. And if you're here in the Western Cape, Athlone on the N2 inbound, there are road closures before Jakes Gerwel Drive, obstructing the ramp and the left lane. So heavy delays can be expected in that area. Please make use of an alternative route. And off to the train lines, Captain's Clip trains, they will terminate at Philippi until further notice. This is due to vandalism at Captain's Clip, and commuters are advised to make use of an alternative mode of transport this morning. And that's where we leave it for now. Here is Leanne with the weather.
Money.
So we've asked you to send in your sunrise pictures. Our regular photographer, Ntokozo Thea, woke up extra early this morning to send us this amazing multicolour skyline all the way from Johannesburg. Well, Ntokozo, you can expect sunny conditions with little to no wind and clear skies, reaching a maximum of 24 degrees. Let's take a look at some of the other temperatures. Polokwane, you're looking at a low of 8, rising to 28 degrees today. Now, the highest temperature in the country is at Mbombela with a low of 11, reaching 30 32 degrees. Pretoria, your low is 8, rising to 26. Johannesburg, 7, reaching 24 degrees. Mahikeng, a low of 6, rising to 26. A very cold start to the morning for Klerksdorp with a low of 2, rising to 26 degrees. Kimberley, a low of 4, reaching 25. And the lowest temperature in the country this morning is at Bloemfontein with a low of -1, rising to 22 degrees. Some high humidity for Richards Bay with a low of 14, reaching 29. Pietermaritzburg, 10, rising to 30 degrees. Durban, your low is 17, reaching 25. Some high humidity for Mthatha with a low of 4, rising to 30 degrees. East London, 14, rising to 28. A northwesterly wind can be expected of 20 kilometers per hour for Cradock, a low of 2, reaching 28 degrees. A northwesterly wind of 18 kilometers per hour for Port Elizabeth, 12, rising to 26 degrees. George, 12, reaching 21, and a northwesterly wind of 22 kilometers per hour for Sutherland with a low of 1, rising to 20 degrees. Cape Town, you are 11, reaching 18 degrees. Worcester, a low of 7, rising to 24. Now some clear skies for Springbok with a low of 6, rising to 25 degrees. And finally, Uppington, your low is 8, reaching 27 degrees today. I'll have another weather update for you at 7:30.
All right, so what's this all about?
It's all about the rugby. The fever has arrived.
If you're wondering why my eyes are shining so bright, it's not because I'm going to the Rugby World Cup 2019, but it's because you might just be. If you are a Nedbank MasterCard holder and you start swiping, you could win one of 9 exclusive Rugby World Cup 2019 experiences, obviously in Japan this year. Luxury accommodation, airfare, transfers, day tours, and tickets to some of the biggest matches, including seeing the Springboks play in the semi-finals and the final. No, we don't know that yet. But you will go to the semi-finals and the final. That is insane.
It's super exciting.
This is a massive prize,
It
guys.
really is a massive prize. Now, to enter, if you're probably wondering how you do that, is you need to simply swipe, tap or scan your Nedbank MasterCard, and every 700 Rand purchase gives you 1 entry. So the entries are not limited, they are unlimited, and they are automatic as well.
Start swiping, and maybe you were thinking of swiping for a brand new edition of this awesome rugby jersey. Well, don't even bother, because every week, as an added bonus, we are giving away a Rugby World Cup hamper valued at 3,000 Rand. This includes this Rugby World Cup kind of gear that looks awesome. I don't know if the Biltong is going to come with it, but the 2019 Bok jersey, which is awesome. It's got this awesome retro feel, the colours, everything really incredible. And to put yourself in the running, what you've got to do is simply SMS Nedbank, your name and surname to 33728. So that's Nedbank, name and surname to 33728, and you might be winning this unbelievable hamper valued at 3,000 big ones. And of course, you have more opportunities to win.
And of course, if you are not a Nedbank customer or MasterCard holder, you need to get on with it. Simply go open one, and you know, you really are putting yourself in line to win this, and maybe make sure that you get yourself to that bucket list experience to the Rugby World Cup 2019. Then go on nedbank.co.za/bucket list, and you can get an answer in minutes when you apply for your Nedbank card. And remember that terms and conditions, they do apply. You can find them on expressoshow.com. Good luck.
No, you play baseball. How's your...
No, it's fine.
You
It's
must,
fine. It's fine.
Money.
Big or small, we've got it all. Everyone will find something at the Crazy Store. It's no wonder South Africa considers the Crazy Store the crazy fun place to shop.
birthday to you. Hey,
Whoa, that was quite enthusiastic.
It is your Feel Good Breakfast Show. We're jamming into your birthdays because, listen, every single day, millions and millions and millions of people all over the world, they celebrate their birthdays. And what we like to do on this show is to really just put the spotlight and shine it on them on their birthdays to help them celebrate, right?
Not a million, but we do cram in as many as we possibly can, and we love it. We love connecting with you guys, so thanks for all the really sweet messages. The first goes out to Princess Kason Alexis Africa, turning 1 year old today. Happy birthday from Mummy and Daddy and the Africas in Vredendal. Happy birthday, gorgeous thing. Then Sindiswa Zikalala. We'd like to wish Sindiswa Zikalala a very happy 13th birthday. That's quite a big one. Can you believe that she was a premature baby at 7 months old? Wow, weighing only 1 kg at birth. That is crazy. Only God knew that you would grow up to be this beautiful lady. May God continue blessing you, baby gal. Love you lots from Mummy and your baby brother. I can feel the love through that.
Beautiful.
Absolutely love it. And then it's Juliana's 23rd birthday today. Happy birthday to you. We wish you all the best for your year ahead. And that's love from your older sister, Mariska.
Happy birthday. Then we've got Tatum. Luther Africa is turning 6 years old today. Happy birthday. This is from your Mummy and Daddy, as well as Oma Audrey, Oma Sari, Opa Jan, and Auntie Janine, Uncle Oscar, Zerian, and Shanique. All of these people wishing you well. They're all from Pretoria.
Loving you this
they
morning.
absolutely
That's
love
awesome.
you and celebrate with you. We've also got Mercedes. Happy birthday, Mercedes. May God bless you with many more years. Hope your Mummy and Daddy spoil you. Love you lots like jelly tots from Auntie Adonia, Uncle Quinton, Dante, Mika, and Caden. And then let's take a look here. We've got a birthday wish for Tapelo Museri. Happy birthday to you, man. Your partner wants you to know that they love you very, very much, and they hope that you have the best day ever.
I was just thinking, it's a great place if you're looking for baby names, for new names. The range of names that we go through on a daily basis and really out the box. Absolutely love it. But there can only be one king. King Malachi Butler. A big shout out to King Malachi Butler on his crown birthday. I'm guessing 16, hey? How do you say it, Leah?
It's Malachi.
How do you say that? Malachi.
Yeah, Malachi.
King Malachi. Now we will proclaim it. And Leanne, I guess, knows a Malachi as well. Malachi,
Leanne is always correcting us with this particular
God bless
name.
her. God bless her for it. And God bless you, Malachi. Stay the wonderful boy that you are. That's love from your mom, dad, and brother, Caden. Happy 16th birthday, big guy. We'd love to wish a very precious happy birthday to Precious. May you grow into even more beautiful person than you are right now. May you never forget the tendency to think of others. May your life be so blessed as you bless others. Lots of love. And that's from your friend, Karabo. And then Alicia. We'd like to wish a very happy birthday to our beautiful daughter, Alicia. You are turning 8 today. Happy birthday, my princess. Wish you many more candles to blow. Love you so, so much. I'm assuming that's coming from Mommy over there.
Beautiful. Well, let's wrap it up. Happy blessed birthday, 14th birthday. That is for Chloe Carroll, so celebrating her birthday. May the joy of the Lord be your strength. Remain humble, sweet, loving child that you are. You're such a blessing, not just to us, but everyone else. We love you. And this is from your dad, Roger, and your mom, Bridget, and your brother, Kyle. And last but certainly not least, to my niece, Kelly Shea, who watches Expresso religiously every morning before school.
We love you, Kelly.
Hey, we love you. Happy 6th birthday, Auntie Sepop. Wishing you lots of lovies, prezzies, and huggies on your birthday. Lots of love, Auntie Megan, Troy, Chadwick, and Uncle Newton. Happy birthday, Kelly.
To all the Malachis out there, we love you guys. You're a special breed. Malachi, hopefully we've made you famous this morning, brother. Happy birthday to absolutely all of you. We love you. We love your families just as much for sending through such beautiful messages. And I can see people really took time today, so thank you so much for that. You can do exactly the same thing. Send them to birthdays@cordova.co.tv, rather. And we'd really like a video.
Yeah.
Sing a little song. Give us the real pronunciation of the person's name on video yourself, because we'd love to hear from you. And it's an opportunity to put your special person, your loved one,
on the screen.
On air.
Happy birthday,
now
everyone.
over to Majosi.
Majosi, indeed. It's so
Majosi.
exciting to have the one and only Majosi in the house. Everybody, make some noise. And of course, we couldn't let him go and perform yet without sharing some coffee and some Oma rusks with you. Majosi, it's always so good to have you on the show, my darling.
Thank you so much. I was just having a good laugh at Graham saying Malachi.
You were not just having a good laugh, you were having a good old cry as well.
Well, when he said it, I was like, that's an interesting name. That's a really crazy name.
Okay, so M-A-L-A-C-H-I is Malachi, which we're so happy about. My love, it is always so good to have you on the show, but I want to know from you, when it comes to your morning rituals, right? We all enjoy Oma rusks at different times of the day. I particularly am a morning girl. It's great for snacking, especially when we're in the makeup chair. What is your time for enjoying an Oma rusk?
I think like winter, is a good time because everyone tends to lean towards having more tea and coffee in the winter. So like, I don't know, you just sit down on the couch, watch a bit of espresso in the morning, take out some Oma rusks and just enjoy it and relax, Don't rush off to work. Just sit down, relax, have a nice rusk, have a coffee, get yourself ready, get yourself in the right mode, and nothing's better than having a little treat in the morning.
So I'm guessing that you're a coffee guy though, because I was going to ask you that next. Coffee, tea, hot chocolate.
I love coffee. Yes. Coffee is my favorite thing.
My man, put it right there. Put it right there. Now, talking about flavors, what is your favorite flavor of Oma rusks?
Do you know what I was saying to someone earlier? Like when I was younger, they only had like buttermilk and stuff. So like. True. And I'm an old guy,
You're an OG.
I'm an OG, I like to stay with the OG flavors. So yeah.
I am unapologetically a muesli girl. Texture. Okay, so if you had to give your dipping time a particular name, what would you call it? What hashtag would you give it rather?
Fun time with Josie.
Oh, hashtag fun time with Josie. So why don't we have some more fun time with Josie and actually dip these Omas right here? And of course, you are going to be getting those vocal cords ready for your performance in a few.
Yes, I'm excited.
Oh, we're about that life. Now, today is your last chance to enter this week's Oma rusks competition, where you could win a whopping 2,000 Rand Swatch watch voucher and 500 Rands worth of Oma rusks. Now, all we want from you is to share your best dipping time memory with Oma rusks. So head over to our Expresso Facebook page and share your answer with us on the competition post. Remember, T's and C's apply and, of course, can be found on our website. Enjoy. It's good, huh?
Anytime is dipping time.
I think one of our proudest exports, Ladysmith Black Mambazo, are no strangers when it comes to not only the local music scene, obviously, but internationally as well. They are superstars, Grammy award-winning superstars.
Yeah, they're cream, absolutely. Now, that's why when we heard that they'd be hosting their own Kotoza Awards to shine a spotlight on a cappella music, we just had to be there.
Brilliant.
Take a look.
Brilliant.
Tonight marks a brand new dawn for legendary a cappella group Ladysmith Black Mambazo as they host the first annual Kotoza and a cappella music awards here at the Durban Playhouse. And of course, we cracked an invite to bring you guys all the action. So on that note, let's go meet the men of the moment. A group of legends is standing next to me, and I'm going to start with Bob Albert. You are the longest standing member of Ladysmith Black Mambazo. How has it been like making music with this group for so many decades?
Being a part of this group, it was a dream come true to me because I used to look up to Joseph Shabalala, the leader and the founder of this group. He was always amazes me the way that he sings beautifully. And then when my time came for me to join in 1969, I was very happy. I said, this is my dream.
Babs Bongiseni, what was the reason behind creating these awards?
These awards, they came about because when my father started the group in 1960, he said he wanted this music, to develop this music, to be able to compete with other world music, to be at the top. So with these awards, we are just continuing his dream of developing this kind of music and honoring our people of South Africa.
Mam Tembi, as someone who's been in the arts and entertainment industry for decades now, why would you say these awards are so important for the music industry?
They are very, very important. In fact, I think this one for Iskatamir is actually long overdue. It should have started a long time ago because Iskatamir is part of our culture. I actually thought there was, and I was surprised when I heard that it's going to be done for the first time.
With me are the Africa Mamas, and I'm going to talk to Sisintombi, and she's going to be telling us exactly how she feels like about being honored tonight at these awards.
Hey, this is a dream come true because we've been around the world singing the same music for like more than 20 years, and we've never been recognized in our country. This is the first time our country is going to recognize us. So this is like a dream come true. We've been honored in other countries like China, Belgium. Recently we are nominated in London for Songlines Awards. We've been nominated in February for One World Music Awards in London also. So this is like a dream come true. We are so happy.
Jabulani, as young a cappella artists yourself, why would you say these awards are so important and necessary?
These awards are really prestigious awards because they remind us of where we're coming from, who we are, and where we're actually going with this Totoza music, which is culturally rooted, and that's what we actually represent as the legacy. We always say we are preserving our heritage through this music that we do, which is isiqathamiya. Yes.
To me, 'cause I love you.
Sweet heart, a bumble heart, you're the one I love. Sweet heart, a bumble heart, you're the one I love. Oh, Sitanas, sweetie one, a bumble heart, you're the one I love. Oh, Sitanas, I made, sweetie one, I made. Oh, Sitanas, I made, sweetie one, I made. Oh, Sitanas, I made, sweetie one, I made. Asanga dimon, dibona lomunya, afana nawe. Asanga dimon, dibona lomunya, afana nawe. Asumarum, this is the legacy.
We want to grow these awards. We want to take them to the level of the world. We want them to be the Grammys of South Africa of a cappella music. So next year we start the categories. We want everyone, because especially we want our kids to know who they are, because this music, it's our heritage, it's our culture, it tells you who we are. So if we keep this music, we are hoping to build a better future for our children.
A huge congratulations to Lady Smith, Black Mambazo, and everyone else involved in getting the first edition of these awards up on their feet. If tonight is anything to go by, the Totoza Music Awards have a bright future ahead of them, and they're definitely going to be a force to be reckoned with in elevating a cappella and isiqathamiya music in our country.
Thank you so much, Toro, for keeping us up to date with everything happening in Johannesburg. Now, he is the refreshingly sincere crafter of heartfelt songs. Majosi is in the house, accompanied by the one and only Ashton Wiley, ladies and gentlemen. This is his song, Somebody. Enjoy.
Well, I hope you don't mind, can I have your permission? 'Cause there's some things that I just wanna say. And if you feel like there is something missing, well, you best get on your knees and pray. 'Cause you are everything that I have spent my life searching for some meaning through this joy and strife. 'Cause I don't think that I will ever get this right, but I'm willing to try, I'm willing to try, yeah. 'Cause you are somebody, and you are loved. Don't need nobody telling you you'll never be enough. You are somebody, and you are loved. Don't need nobody telling you. When you feel it's getting hard to listen, and everybody's always in your way, well, maybe take your time and clear your vision before you say the things you need to say. 'Cause you are everything that I have spent my life searching for some meaning through this joy and strife. 'Cause I don't think that I will ever get this right, but I'm willing to try, I'm willing to try, yeah. You are somebody, and you are love. Don't need nobody telling you you'll never be enough. You are somebody, and you are love. Don't need nobody telling you. Oh, 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 oh. You are somebody, and you are love. Don't need nobody telling you you'll never be enough. You are somebody, and you are love. Don't need nobody telling you.
Big or small, we've got it all. Everyone will find something at the Crazy Store. It's no wonder South Africa considers the Crazy Store the crazy fun place to shop.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Master your look with Big Flex.
Time for us to flex just a little bit. The first step to solving a problem is identifying it. And as we've learned on our incredible grooming journey, and it really has been amazing with Bic, there are many shaving mistakes we're making without even noticing it. Over at Hermanos Barbers, Danilo Bicari uses his expert skills to shape and maintain some incredible beards, sporting one himself. He's here today to help us answer some pretty difficult questions and identify some of those mistakes that we've made. Dude, you and I had to get into into each other's personal space, bro. Thank you so much for helping me with my first clean shave in years, literally.
Pleasure.
So good to see you again, my brother.
Likewise.
Had a awesome space. Just had this really cool energy about it. I can see how much you care about what you do, which is
Thank you.
It's very special, dude. So we're going to spread that love now to some of our viewers, and in lieu of what we were going to be discussing today, and because so many guys are now interested in this grooming journey, we put it onto our Facebook page if guys have any issues, and we've had a ton of questions. So we try to whittle them down. So I'm going to fire them off if you don't mind, see if you can help the peoples out there on the social medias. So Peter Skuman was saying, how would I be able to check if my razor is not sharp enough and needs to be replaced? That's a good one.
So I think the first thing to pay attention to is if the razor is pulling or tugging the hair. It should be a clean, sharp blade should be slicing through the hair. So if it's ripping it out, it's time to replace it. Obviously, if you can see any kind of physical rust on the blade, throw it out. But based on feel, you should if it's pulling too much, it's time to be replaced.
And you know, man, if you're shaving, I mean, not even if you're shaving that often, but you shave a lot. Guys shave a lot. If you can feel it's different, just that should be the first, like, okay. And you know, before you even get onto what effect it could have on your skin, it's a blade. Don't let it be rusty. You're taking it to your face. Then this one coming from Deed Sadler, another great question, and I think we can get a bit bewildered. So many different types of shaving creams and gels out there. How do I know what is right for me?
Look, the two most important things that a shaving cream is doing is essentially lubricating the skin, creating a layer of lubrication between skin and blade, and creating some insulation on the face, so keeping the heat and moisture in that you've created with whether it's a hot shower or a hot towel. But for shavers that are more sensitive, maybe opt for a shaving cream with aloe in it. But as long as the lubrication and the moisture is, the insulation is there, you can't really go wrong with shaving cream. You want to kind of foam it up as much as possible to keep as much of that moisture and heat in there.
I'm just thinking of the amount of excess foam I created. I just remember you saying, like, you probably don't need as much as that. We had like bucket loads.
There was quite a lot
of foam, but safety first, buddy. Safety first.
And then scent as well. Scent. Different shaving creams have got different scents. So experiment with a few, but the most important things are lubrication and insulation.
And insulation, keeping that moisture and the warmth in there. This is quite an interesting one, because I kind of sit on the fence with this, because if I had to attempt a dry shave, it sounds terrifying, but maybe I misunderstand the concept of a dry shave. Ono Aquinda saying, or at least asking, what are the best ways to get a nice dry shave without razor bumps afterwards? Is that possible?
Well, I'm assuming by that question that you're not trying to dry shave with a blade. You should never do that.
So you'd be using an electric razor or something along those lines.
So I'm assuming what the question is referring to is kind of a foil shaver, like a different mechanism, not a blade. In that situation, you still want to prepare the skin before and after. So you still want to, you still need to clean the skin. You still need to moisturize it afterwards. But in terms of shaving with a blade, never do that dry. That's a recipe for disaster for your skin.
Just don't even do it, man. You're going to take off half of your skin in the process as well. All those essential oils and, skin is an amazing thing. Don't mess with it, man.
But if you do use that foil shaver, you still use the correct kind of cleansing product beforehand, moisturize afterwards. You're still doing a bit of damage to your skin.
Yeah, and there's still blades involved.
Exactly.
It's just going through a different
You're just
process.
cutting with a different mechanism,
On point, love that. Then Barry Richards saying, I shave, but my skin gets red and very irritated. I know you're not a doctor, but you obviously get to experience a lot of post-shave irritation in your space. What can he do?
I think the best is to kind of work with the process of elimination here. So start off by ensuring that the fundamentals are right. So is your blade clean and sharp? If it is, are you using the correct preparation techniques for your skin? Are you bringing heat and moisture into the face before you shave? Are you using a good shaving cream? Are you shaving with the grain? If your skin is sensitive, avoid shaving across or against the grain. Stick to shaving with it. Are you moisturizing your skin after the shave? So kind of work through the different steps to make sure that you're using the right tools and you're doing them in the proper way. And then if there's still a problem after that, then maybe speak to a dermatologist.
Yeah, and I mean, that process of elimination, it might be something simple and silly and small, like the kind of soap you're using before or after, or an aftershave that's just too hectic for your skin, or has too much alcohol in it or something.
Yeah, so the alcohol, try and avoid a post-shave balm that's alcohol-based. Alcohol was historically used to kind of kill off bacteria.
Disinfection.
But it dehydrates the skin, and provided you are closing the pores after you shave with a cold towel or cold water, you don't need that alcohol to...
We're no longer shaving with our hunting knives. We're using a blade. And then maybe we can kind of round it off. I think with Big's Flex line of premium disposable razors, one of the best ways to master your look on the daily, that's something that I certainly discovered, and I gave it a real test with quite a full beard. It's recommended that you visit a barber for a monthly pamper session, and I would recommend that you go to Danilo and his brothers and sisters at Hermanos Barbers, giving away a premium cutthroat shave experience, bar none. And they're on Loop Street. Their barbershop is ideally situated. Get one of the best coffees I've actually had in a long time. So all you need to do is get over there, and then get over to our Expresso Facebook page as well. Comment on today's big post with what your top shaving tip is, and we might even help you get there. What's your top shaving tip, bro, if I had to ask you to close out?
There's quite a few, but probably the most important one is to stretch the skin. You don't necessarily need to be stretching it with your hand. You can often kind of move your face around in such a way to just create a little bit more of a runway over those contoured areas of the face, on your jaw. So, get your skin kind of...
As we discovered, all the things that make you look ridiculous on camera. Just do that, exactly. Man. Just imagine that there's a crew in front of you and you're trying to make them...
The more your skin is crinkled, the more the blade is likely to give you problems, create nicks and cuts. You want as smooth a surface as possible.
Then I've got to ask, because I've got to come back for a proper cutthroat shave as well. I'm going to treat myself at least once a month. So the lucky viewer that's going to be able to get over and experience that, what can they expect from the full service cutthroat shave?
So it's about a 45-minute process. We'll start off with a coffee.
It's good coffee, guys. I'm not lying.
But the process is essentially what we've spoken about in terms of a proper pre and post shave procedure, but it's done very methodically. So we'll start off by cleansing the face, putting a pre-shave cream on there to add to the lubrication. Hot towel, we shave with the grain. Another hot towel. Depending on your skin sensitivity, we might shave across the grain, and if you've got a very hardy skin, we'll shave it against the grain. We'll close it off with a cold towel. We use quality post-shave balms and moisturizers, and it's kind of a pamper session with an extremely close shave.
Yeah, man.
So it's very good for the skin.
I would say that the whole vibe there, your salon, barbershop, whatever you can call that kind of hybrid, had that kind of vibe about it. For me, it was like pamper session, but with a nice masculine edge. Dude, thank you so much. I've learned a huge amount from you. You can put all of this amazing advice to good use, mastering your look with Big's Flex line of premium disposable razors. Purchase your Big razor at leading local retailers and learn a little bit more about the product at za.bigworld.com.
With Big Flex shavers, you could win Superbalist vouchers worth R1,000 every day until the 12th of August. Purchase any Big Flex shaver, take a pic of your till slip and WhatsApp it to 082-255-3706 to stand a chance of winning one of 60 R1,000 Superbalist vouchers. Even better, winners will receive their Superbalist vouchers instantly. For further details, visit our Facebook page at Big SA Shavers. T's and C's apply.
Oh, man. I'm having so much fun with this. From tips on how to step up and elevate your beard with Big shavers to elevating our winter style.
Exactly. It's all about winter style trends that we're chatting about after the break with Bronwyn Day. And she's going to make sure that we look stylish throughout the winter season, especially for people like Tabiso that need a little bit of help every so now and then. We'll be right back after the break.
Okay.
Hi, I'm Melinda Bamford, I'm a South African TV presenter, and I was a contestant on Tropica Island of Treasure Season 8 in the beautiful Maldives.
What's up, y'all? My name is MT. I'm a hip-hop artist by profession. I was part of the Tropica Island of Treasure Season 7 in the Seychelles.
My experience at Tropica Island of Treasure was extraordinarily beautiful because Maldives is my favorite place in the world. I had a blast because I played like a kiddie.
The Seychelles was so dope. I never thought I'd ever be in a place like that.
The great thing about Tropica is that it really appeals to everyone in South Africa, which was amazing because I could see that on my social media and people commenting and saying that they're all Team Coral supporters, and that was really great.
I can definitely say that through Tropica Island of Treasure, I was able to gain a new audience, and shout out to Jackson because he was also able to kickstart his rap career, and I can really say that he found his fame and fortune through Tropica Island of Treasure.
The new season of Tropica Island of Treasure is coming soon, so make sure that you look out in August for all your entry details because it'll be in the beautiful Curacao.
Enter for Tropica Island of Treasure Season 9 and you can stand a chance to win yourself a smooth million.
So if it's fame and fortune you want or just a whole lot of fun, make sure that you don't miss out.
Tropica Island of Treasure, Curacao.
Check, 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 backing vocals. Okay, this way, over it. Second one. Cool. So ukuleles are on the same line, and the guitar line. You won't get that, don't worry about that.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back. Thank you so much for joining us, you dapper gents.
Look at you.
Yeah. Thank you so much for putting me in the podium link. I'm actually loving the look today. And all the love. Thank you so much. So at this time of year, we all need a little style pep-me-up, I think. Dark, chilly mornings. Very dark and chilly for us at the time we get up. Rainy weekends. They've got us, I think, feeling the winter blues a little bit. So Woolworths have all that you need to feel stylish and warm for this winter. And just to close out from head to toe, literally. Right. And in studio this morning, we have the amazing fashion stylist Bronwyn Day to show us some awesome tips on how we can glam it up, dress it up.
Elevate it, man.
Elevate it.
Elevate it.
That's a good term.
Take it to another level altogether. Yes. Bronwyn, first things first, what should we all be looking out for when it comes to an elevated winter style this winter?
So it's really important to add accents of colour. Pops of colour are really important this winter. So I'm wearing this sort of berry tone, so pops of colour, yellows, burgundies, rich rusty oranges, really important for the season.
Sneaky pop of colour. But they're warm colours too, right?
Yes, and they just kind of wake you up and kind of make you feel a bit more alive.
Yeah.
And prints are really big this season, so prints, mixing prints, leopard print, all kinds of prints are really big, as well as knitwear. It's a really big focus for winter this season, so lots of fun. And statement coats, really big. Yeah.
Look, I've been kind of lusting after people's coats walking around because people got good coat game. It's like if you've got one really good staple, you can obviously work around that.
Exactly.
How important is it to have those staples in winter, things that you can go to and work around?
Well, that's the thing. So I'm going to show you on the rail. I've got a few pieces here for you this morning, and this Studio W coat is just a really beautiful long line coat, really sleek silhouette, and I love how it kind of just finishes off a whole look. So I'm wearing this also from Studio W, and I just love how it kind of brings in everything and ties it and makes you just feel so polished. So I feel like $1 million. I feel like a boss woman, boss lady.
Oh, you're acting like a boss
a
lady.
Bit of a boss lady look, huh?
You're going to wear this and you're going to look awesome.
And for the gents, I love this tailored navy coat. It's also really great, and you can dress it up for work, or you can wear it on the weekend with jeans. So it really is a great piece.
It's gorgeous, yeah.
And very versatile.
It's so, exactly, I was about to say, versatility becomes so important in winter because you don't want items that you can only wear on weekdays going to the office. You want them to be able to carry you into the weekend as well. And that is perfect for that.
It's a great
actually
piece.
really, really nice.
So this you can wear with a chunky sweater, you can wear it with jeans. You can wear it with a sort of light knit underneath. So it really is quite functional. The same as coats. Again, you can pair it down with a pair of sneakers and jeans for the weekend, or for the work week, some power heels and a sharp silhouette, and it kind of all works together.
Nice. Okay, so obviously in winter we see all sorts of new trends coming in for that particular season. This year I've seen lots of color, people experimenting with color, playing with color. What are these colors that are coming through, and how should we be dressing them and making them part of our everyday wardrobe?
Looking at your rail, there is a vibe. You can pick up a
So you can see the key colors are these burgundies. I call them autumnal shades.
Autumnal.
It's a fancy word for autumn.
Yes.
And obviously you think of burgundies, yellows, rich rusty oranges, again, that I mentioned. So it's all about luxurious color. So
a Shiraz.
Exactly, a Shiraz. So that's a really, really important thing, pops of color. And I love this puffer coat in this burgundy shade, and it's obviously the women's wear, and it's got a little bit of a cinched waist at the back. So the idea about puffer coats is that they're so trendy, but you don't want to look like a marshmallow man. So the idea is to wear the puffer coat with something slimmer on the bottom. So like skinny leg jeans or leggings. If you're a soccer mom, you can wear on the weekends.
So puffer coats don't have to be boring.
But look, the more feminine styling on the puffer coats, because I mean, you know you're in South Africa when you see a puffer coat. You know, it's a big thing, even abroad.
But this one is just really beautiful because I love this color. And for the men, I've picked out this one from Edition, which I love. It's a little bit more urban, a bit more edgy, a bit more sporty. And again, can be worn with a nice hoodie underneath, or if you're brave enough, you could wear something kind of dapper and throw it over for a sort of more playful, sporty meets
I'm brave.
luxe.
I'm brave enough. I'll do it.
This is fantastic.
That's really cool.
Because Leanne made a remark earlier on about my style needing to be completely elevated, but I've actually worn that coat, that bomber before, and I looked amazing. So I've been ahead of the trend.
So you've elevated.
Well, you are elevated. I'm actually having to sit up straight, and someone told me that mustard's a good tone on my skin, which I didn't know how to feel about, but now that I've seen that jacket, I'm actually quite excited.
Mustard. And then the last one on the bombers, this isn't a puffer, but I just really love this. A key trend for the season is the bomber jacket. So I love this kind of khaki urban feel, and it's quilted on the inside, so if it's flapping in the wind or the cold, it looks kind of cool. So I love that one.
We're going to have to very quickly just wrap up now. I think with the knits are a massive part about winter, and you want to be able to dress them up, dress them down, but you're generally going to be wearing one 7 days a week. How do we keep our knits fresh, keep that look fresh and crisp? Because I look like an old man generally when I put a jersey on, and I don't want that, okay?
So the idea is for knits is just to keep it simple, but there are so many sort of printed knits as well as accessories in knits. So what's really nice is for the ladies are these poncho styles. Cool. I love this sort of leopard print one. Nice. There's the Aztec one, which is really cool. Again, remember to wear a slimmer leg on the bottom so it's not too overflowy. And I love this patchwork one, which is also a little bit more sort of horse riding, with a horse riding boot, with leggings, really chic and really great.
Beautiful.
And a lovely way to finish off a look with knitwear is with scarves. So I've chosen these scarves for you guys. And you can try this one.
Thank you. Oh, yes.
And you're a scarf kind of
instantly
guy.
works, right?
This one for you.
You've just taken me to London, Bronwyn. Thank you so much. Well, look, Bronwyn, you've got some really nice things. Thank you so much. Really trendy knitwear trends that you've brought through to us. We really appreciate it. It looks absolutely amazing. And these are really easy ideas to elevate your winter wardrobe. And you can do this wherever you are. And remember, you can shop all these stylish winter updates on the Woolworths website or app right now. Now, for more information on this, go to our social media pages. All of these, or most of them, will be posted on there. Bronwyn, thanks. You rock.
Yeah, superb.
Clover Classic, the creamy taste that takes you back. Made with love by Clover.
And we're in our favorite part of the studio this morning, our Expresso kitchen. And of course, if you want to just, move past feeling cold and blue this winter, all you have to do is fire up your oven and look to Clover for a little bit of inspiration. And today the inspiration comes in the form of a delicious Clover Classic ginger cake, or little cakes. And here to show us exactly how to spice up our lives is the one and only Grace Stevens. Gracie!
Thanks for having me.
Love having you here. I know that whenever you are here, there's something that's going to be sweet and delicious and yummy, and it's just going to make our day.
That sounds just like me. Yes.
All of the above. All of the above is you. So take us through the ingredients today for our ginger cakes.
So all the things that make you think of winter and nice sweetness in front of a nice roaring fire, we're just putting into this cake today. Okay. So I've creamed my sugar and my butter already. I use muscovado sugar. It's got lots of molasses in it. Nice, gives you lovely extra.
Caramelly.
Absolutely. Then I'm going to pop an egg in here.
Alrighty.
And mix that in. And then I've got flour. I've already sifted it.
All right.
And then I've got all my spices, obviously ginger, and I've got cloves, and I've got mixed spice that goes in there. So that's got cinnamon in it as well.
All right.
And this goes in. And I give it a mix first.
Mixture there. While you're busy mixing that, Clover brings you Classic. Now, a deliciously smooth and creamy dairy-based snack made according to Clover's unique recipe. Now, it is a source of 10 vitamins, and the nice thing is that the current Classic range is available in an array of delicious creamy flavors consisting of strawberry, mixed fruit, apricot, vanilla, and plain, with convenient pack sizes available in 100 grams, 6-packed, also 175 grams, 500 grams, and 1 kilogram packs that are perfect for family occasions. So our wet ingredients have been mixed, and now you're putting in the dry ingredients.
Yes, dry ingredients went in, and then I've just added half a cup of my Clover milk.
And already those spices are jumping out of me. They're jumping right out of me.
And now I'm going to use the Clover Classic yogurt.
You're using the plain there.
The plain yogurt. Now this yogurt is what's going to make that nice, soft, moist crumb. And can you see that already? Isn't that amazing?
Delicious. And you know what? I know we don't have something called smell-o-vision, but the aroma is already coming out of that, and it's not even baked yet.
Yeah.
It's smelling so good.
It's all those winter flavors that we've got going. So I put some golden syrup in there.
Delicious.
And can you see when it's baked, it's had that rich, beautiful color that we think of ginger cake. So when I finish mixing all of this, this is going to go into my little mini tins.
How cute are these little mini baked tins?
Very, very cool. And we bake those off for about 18-20 minutes in 180 degrees.
All right.
And then when they come out of the oven, we're going to put a lovely syrup on top. So I've used my Clover butter, Clover cream, and I mix that all together with some sugar as well. So also some more muscovado sugar, and douse them until they're just dripping with sugar.
Lovely.
Doesn't that sound amazing?
It sounds like a dream come true. If you would like this recipe for our delicious Clover Classic ginger cakes, all you have to do is SMS the keyword Clover to 33728. We will gladly send you the ingredients list and the link to the recipe, and you could be making these yummy little ginger cakes yourself, dripping with goodness.
They are
we
dripping.
love that. Oh, this is looking good.
So because they've got so much syrup, and we've got to coax it out of its little pan.
As long as it comes out, that's all we care about. Nice.
So now I'm going to make this lovely frosting that goes on top.
Nice.
Lots of orange zest, so a whole orange goes in there. Some more of my Clover Classic yogurt, so this is plain yogurt. This is a lovely frosting for cinnamon buns, it's just fabulous to go on anything that you want. And so you make a bundt cake, this can go on.
Oh, it is looking and smelling so great. Clover, once again, to 33728. We will gladly send you the link to the recipe, and you could be making this yourself. But if you want to take a look at a few more of these steps on how we made our ginger cakes, well, then have a look at this. Does your tea break feel a little bland? Then spice it up with these sweet, sticky and delicious Clover Classic ginger cakes. The perfect companion for your cup of tea this winter. Grab a clean mixing bowl and add 1.5 cups of muscovado sugar and 125 grams of Clover butter before creaming the mixture until light and fluffy. Next, Crack in 1 egg and mix again. Before sifting in 2½ cups of self-raising flour, 1 teaspoon of ground cinnamon, 1½ teaspoons of ground ginger, and ½ teaspoon of ground cloves. Once sifted, mix to combine well. Now it's time for some clover magic. Add 500 grams of Clover Classic Plain, ½ cup of golden syrup, and a cup of Clover Fresh Full Cream Milk. Then stir to combine. Pour the batter into mini loaf tins until 2/3 full. Then pop them into the oven to bake at 180 degrees Celsius for about 20 minutes. While they're baking, make a creamy sauce. Combine ½ cup of brown sugar, 125 grams of clover butter, 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract, and a cup of Clover Fresh cream. Stir the mixture continuously over a moderate heat until the butter has melted into the cream. Pour the sauce over warm ginger cakes and set aside. Finally, it's time to make the icing. Sift ½ cup of icing sugar into a bowl. Then add a cup of Clover Classic Plain and the zest of an orange. Whisk to combine. Spoon the zesty icing over the cakes and drizzle over any leftover sauce. Top with chopped nuts and you're done. All that's left to do is to make a big pot of warm tea and indulge in the best ginger cakes you will ever make. Tea time just perked up.
Made with love by Clover.
Made with love indeed. And there you go. Ta-da! Our final product. And of course, you can garnish it with orange slices, which just adds a little pop of color. Absolutely beautiful. Grace, you've done the most. You really have.
Oh, thank you.
You've taken our day to a whole nother level. Are we going to keep this for us and not share with the boys?
I would say definitely not share with
Sorry,
the
boys.
This one has our name on it.
The creamy taste that takes you back. Made with love by Clover.
If you thought you were going to have all of this without sharing, you were mistaken.
So you've made us
Okay,
3
let's
each.
share. Sharing's caring.
That's beautiful, guys.
I'm going to just give us a little taster each.
Amazing.
Yeah?
So that's your guys to share, and then that's
Okay, I'll just take that tray over there. How's that? Guys,
For the rest of the crew here.
Like gingerbread, the larger version of this is
Yes.
one of my favorite, most comforting, amazing,
Thanks,
beautiful things. So the fact that you've been able to turn this into just these little dainty
I get a little bit. I love
cakes
it.
of love. I know, I gave you extra icing here and everything.
Wow.
Grace, you're a superstar.
Crazy.
I'm Brandon Paper. I was on Tropical Island of Treasure Season 8 with Lizanne Lazarus. We were Team Red and we won.
I brought the brains and Brendan definitely brought the brawn. And together, we made a smooth team. Auditions for Season 9 launch in August. So here's your chance to win fame and fortune, just like I did.
If you're talking about a smooth experience, this would be it.
Tropical Island of Treasure Season 9 on the beautiful Caribbean island of Curacao.
Tropica Island of Treasure, Curacao.
Okay, we're gonna do the O's. We're gonna go straight into the O's, okay? Okay. 1, 2, 3, go. Oh, 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 oh. I just think you ought to know. Oh, 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 oh. Come and arrest my love. Oh, 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 oh. I just think you ought to know. Oh, 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 oh. Come and arrest my love. Just the voices. Oh, 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 oh. I just think you ought to know. Oh, 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 oh. Come and arrest my love. Yay! 1, 2, 3. Oh, 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 oh. I just think you ought to know. Oh, 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 oh. Come and arrest my love.
One more time, I said, come on now.
Oh, oh, oh. music.
Welcome back to it. It is your feel-good breakfast show, Expresso, live right here on SABC3, where the stage is indeed yours. And when we say that, it's an offer. Not a challenge, maybe a challenge too.
It is a bit of a challenge for some very lucky hopefuls. Of course, we released the big news yesterday that Presenter Search on 3 is back. Yeah. We are looking for not one but two fresh new faces and very talented new team members for our show. We've got a brand new space. We want to add a brand new face or two as well.
Nice.
But you've got to come with the chops because it ain't no easy ride. You've been through it. It is very difficult. And then you've got to actually do the job once you get there. But we are opening it up and it's happening right now. You have the opportunity to find fame, fortune. I wish those things existed. You have an opportunity to get one of the coolest jobs in the land.
Absolutely. And you know what? This is really talking about open up the industry to a whole new level. Now, if you're sitting at home and you're wondering, how do I enter? I want in. Listen to this. Here's a step-by-step guide on how you can enter. Record a video of yourself talking to the camera, minimum of whatever time you want, and your maximum is 1 minute. It has to be a minute long. And that's because, of course, Instagram only allows you a minute. In the video, introduce yourself, giving your name and where you live. Share what makes you unique as an individual. Post your video to Instagram using the hashtag PresenterSearchOn3 so that our judges can find you. And the deadlines for entries is midnight, the 31st of July, 2019. And if your entry is successful, you will be hearing from us. You'll hear from our judges who will then invite you to an audition where you'll be invited to audition in front of the judges and showcase what you're made of.
It gets real very quickly in this space, and we've loved being a part of those judging panels, being mentors to new presenters that come into the space. We've discovered some incredible talents, not just for Expresso, but for a number of great shows that really do present a flagship for the channel. And you've got to bear that in mind. You've got to come here, yes, you're representing the channel, but you've got to represent yourself as well. Be yourself in these videos so we get a taste of who you actually are and what makes you unique. And then hopefully we'll be inviting you in for the real deal. You can come and audition for that panel, and all the best luck. But oh man, you just be under no illusions as to what this is all about. It's TV, it's live.
There's a whole lot more to it than what you
and
think.
It's going to be a lot of fun.
Do show us what you're made of. Make sure you upload that 1 minute long video introducing your name, your surname, where you're from, and telling us all that makes you special. Hashtag PresenterSearchOn3 right here on SABC3, because the stage is yours.
In the national news this morning, South Africa has revised its visa requirements for certain countries, including New Zealand and the United Arab Emirates. The Minister of Home Affairs, Dr. Aaron Motsoaledi, announced the new visa-free countries during the budget vote yesterday and said the new visa program was no longer subjected to a reciprocal policy previously required. Parliament also heard that building a world-class visa regime, new legislation on immigration and getting rid of pesky lines at the Department of Home Affairs offices were some of the top priorities for this year. Sandparks Marine Rangers have recovered many heavily oiled penguins on St. Croix Island in Algoa Bay and fear that half the colony may be affected. This follows an oil spillage offshore from the port of Nkuga early on Saturday morning, when up to 400 litres of oil was spilled during a fueling transfer from one ship to another. Plans to develop the bay into a major refueling hub for international vessels have generated widespread controversy, with conservationists and the tourism sector saying the risk of pollution is too high. Now moving further abroad, Egypt has instructed a law firm in the UK to file a civil suit over the sale last week of a Tutankhamun bust. The sculpture of the pharaoh was bought for £4.7 million at Christie's auction house in London, despite Egypt's warning that it was probably stolen in the 1970s. But Christie said all necessary checks were made over the bust's provenance and that the sale was legal and valid. The 3,000-year-old bust was part of a statue of the god Amun and the most important deity of Egypt's new kingdom. Britain's ambassador to Washington, Sir Kim Darroch, resigned yesterday after being targeted by US President Donald Trump over the leak of highly critical diplomatic cables that put the Allies' relationship on edge. In a series of confidential cables revealed by a British newspaper at the weekend, Darroch claimed that the Trump administration is uniquely dysfunctional and said the president was radiating insecurity. Trump hit back with a torrent of angry tweets saying that he would not deal with Darroch again, describing him as a very stupid guy and a pompous fool. And finally, Camille Schreier, a 24-year-old biochemist, has just won the 2019 Miss Virginia USA beauty pageant after performing an explosive chemistry experiment during the talent portion of the competition. Schreier's winning talent presentation featured her in a white lab coat and safety goggles, mixing chemicals to create spouts of colorful foam known as the elephant toothpaste reaction. Beauty pageants usually see people that are talented dancers and singers, but she wanted to break the boundaries and stereotypes for what talent looks like at Miss America. Schreier plans to use her platform as Miss Virginia to promote the work of Mind Your Meds, a drug safety and abuse prevention program. She will go on to compete in the Miss America pageant in September. Well, that was your 8 o'clock news update. Here's a final look at what's happening in the world of sport. Graham.
We unfortunately start on the most tragic notes as tributes pour in for former Springbok winger James Small, who has passed away at the age of 50 after he suffered a suspected heart attack on Tuesday evening. Small, of course, played 47 very memorable tests for South Africa between 1992 and 1997, part of the 95 generation, part of that Springbok team that lifted the 1995 Rugby World Cup on home soil, represented the old Transvaal, the Sharks and Western Province at provincial level, and affected a huge amount of not only rugby players, but I think young South Africans' lives as well. So we certainly send our love and our condolences to his family. Then on the footballing front, the second African Cup of Nations quarterfinal saw William Troost-Ekong score the winning goal for Nigeria as they claimed a 2-1 win over South Africa at the Cairo International Stadium last night. The Super Eagles scored in the first half with a goal by Villarreal midfielder Samuel Chukwueze, but Bafana managed to equalize in the second half with the help of VAR. But Troost-Ekong's goal in the 89th minute helped Nigeria seal their spot in the AFCON semi-finals. Of course, earlier in the evening, Senegal, they beat Benin to reach the semis for the first time since 2006. Then in tennis, it is a golden era indeed. Tennis greats Rafa Nadal and Roger Federer, they'll be meeting at Wimbledon for the first time since 2008's final. After both advanced to the semi-finals, the 20-time Grand Slam champion Federer came from a set down to beat Japan's Kai Nishikori 4-6, 6-1, 6-4, 6-4 for his 100th match win at the All England Club. Unbelievable. While Nadal, who is chasing his 19th Grand Slam title, beat American Sam Querrey in straight sets 7-5, 6-2, 6-2. While our world number one Novak Djokovic also advanced, and he'll now face Roberto Bautista Agut in the semis. Then a massive shock in the ICC Cricket World Cup for 2019. The tabletoppers India have crashed out of the tournament. That was after suffering an 18-run loss to New Zealand in a sensational match at Old Trafford yesterday. India were chasing 240 to win, but lost 4 wickets before the 10th over, with the Kiwis producing what could be considered the bowling performance of the tournament, certainly considering where they were just a couple of weeks ago. The 2011 World Cup winners were bowled out for 221 in a shock defeat. So New Zealand will now face either England or their old foes Australia in the final on Sunday. That second Cricket World Cup semi-final fixture sees host England up against defending champs Australia, kicking off at 11:30 South African time later today. And that's where we leave our sport for now.
Thank you so much, Graham. Let's take a final look at your roads this morning and hopefully save you some time. Starting off in Gauteng, in Cosmos City, there has been an accident on the N14 eastbound. That's between Mulder's Drift and Lanseria off-ramp. One lane is currently blocked, so please approach with caution. In the Western Cape, in Delft South, on the N2 inbound, there are roadworks that's before the R300 North ramp, obstructing one lane. Heavy delays can be expected, so please be patient on the roads this morning. And off to the train lines, there is an extended travel time of approximately 60 minutes. This is due to TFR signaling restrictions, infrastructure problems in various areas, sets out of service, as well as defective track circuits. But that's where we leave it for today. Take it easy on the roads.
We've asked you to send in your sunrise pictures. Thank you so much to Josephine Pickstone for your beautiful orange skyline from Cape Town, as well as our regular photographer Ntokozo Theo, who woke up extra early this morning to send us this amazing multicolour skyline all the way from Johannesburg. Let's take a look at those temperatures, shall we? If you're in Polokwane this morning, you can expect a low of 8 rising to 28. Now, the highest temperature in the country is at Mbombela today, with a low of 11 rising to 32 degrees. Pretoria 8 rising to 26, Johannesburg 7 reaching 24 degrees, Mahikeng 6 rising to 26 degrees. Now, a cold start of the morning for Klerksdorp, your low is 2 and your high is 26. Kimberley, a low of 4 reaching 25. The lowest temperature in the country is at Bloemfontein today, with -1 rising to 22 degrees. Some high humidity for Richards Bay, 14 rising to 29. Pietermaritzburg, you're looking at a low of 10 rising to 30 degrees. Durban 17 reaching 25. Also some high humidity for Mthatha with a low of 4 reaching 30 degrees. East London 14 rising to 28. There is a northwesterly wind blowing of 20 kilometers per hour for Cradock with a low of 2 rising to 28 degrees. Also a northwesterly wind of 18 kilometers per hour for Port Elizabeth with temperatures 12 rising to 26. George 12 rising to 21, and there's a northwesterly wind blowing of 22 kilometers per hour for Sutherland with a low of 1 rising to 20 degrees. Cape Town, your low is 11 and your high is 18. Worcester 7 reaching 24. Springbok, you can experience some clear skies today with a low of 6 rising to 25. And Uppington, your low is 8 and your high is 27 degrees. Well, that was your wrap up of all things news, traffic and weather on your Feel Good Breakfast Show.
It's competition time.
Oh, it is indeed. I'm just taking a moment to actually soak up how awesome this prize actually is. If you are a MasterCard holder and you are ready to do a little swiping, do some purchasing, you could win yourself one of, if not the coolest prize of the year, a VIP package that will take you to the 2019 Rugby World Cup in Japan. It includes accommodation, a VIP experience, bar none, all of your transfers, some bus tours, and of course tickets to some of the most amazing matches. I keep joking saying South Africa in the semis and the final, but
it might just happen.
I have a feeling that this is what's going to happen. It's all yours, and there are 9 up for grabs for you and a very lucky partner or friend to head off to Japan for the Rugby World Cup.
But now you can't just be a MasterCard holder, you have to be a Nedbank MasterCard holder. Very important. Now, to enter, all you need to do is simply swipe, tap or scan your Nedbank MasterCard, and every 700 Rand of purchases that you make gives you 1 entry. So get shopping and get entering, because entries are also unlimited and they are also automatic every single time you make the purchase.
Yep, so if you feel like you've been deserving something, maybe now's the time to go and do it. Now, as an added bonus, just because we know that there are only 9 up for grabs, but we want to take as many of you, and Nedbank want to bring you as close as possible to the Rugby World Cup 2019. We have also got these unbelievable hampers to give away every week. They are valued at 3,000 Rand. They include this official Japan Rugby World Cup rugby ball that's already making me feel like I should be playing rugby again, which is a silly idea.
You've been having lots of play with it.
It feels so good, man. It feels so good in my hands. And then we've got this, and people have been really lusting after these jerseys. It's got a real retro feel that throws back to the 95 rugby jersey. The official Springbok
iconic
jersey
moment.
could be yours. The limited edition Rugby World Cup caps all sorts of cool things. Some biltong.
You probably won't get the biltong because between you and I, let's be honest, this will be done.
You won't get this biltong because it's going down. So the most important thing is that, you know, get tapping, get swiping, get purchasing, and get SMSing. You've got to SMS the keyword Nedbank to 33728 with your name and your city to get yourself in the running for this hamper.
Yeah, and remember that if you are not a Nedbank customer, you need to go maybe open an account now, right? And you can do that by going on nedbank.co.za/bucket list, and you can get an answer in minutes when you apply for your Nedbank card over there. And remember that terms and conditions do apply, and you can find them as always on expressoshow.com. Get entering. This is a massive, massive competition.
That's
and good
awesome.
luck.
Here we go.
Well, it's time for more music on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. We're joined by Majosi, who completely blew us away in his first performance. Also accompanied by Ashton Wiley over there, and then this beautiful kids ensemble. Here they are with Arrest My Love. Enjoy.
sets you ablaze. When you're in the river and you've gone too deep, I'll dive in for you. You are the one true angel that I long to meet. You are a stone cold stunner that I want to see. You make me smile every day and knock me off my feet. Come and arrest my love. Oh, 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 I just think you ought to know. Oh, 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 come and arrest my love. When your mind is failing and you lose your head and everybody's hating you, love instead. I'll be there for you in your darkest days. I'll be there for you. You are the one true angel that I long to meet. You are a stone cold stunner that I want to see. You make me smile every day and knock me off my feet. Come and arrest my love. Oh, 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 I just think you ought to know. Oh, 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 come and arrest my love. Oh, 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 I just think you ought to know. Oh, 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 come and arrest my love. Oh, 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 I just think you ought to know. Oh, 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 come and arrest my love.
Get to a crazy store in your town this school holiday and discover a treasure trove of arts and crafts for the whole family to enjoy, as always, at great value. Paper, paints, modeling clay, sketchbooks, glitter, crayons, aprons, rubber stamps, ribbons, felt tip pens, learn to paint sets, and a whole universe of creative fun at crazy good value. Only at the Crazy Store. Holidaying near or far, there'll be one just about wherever you are.
Welcome back. Thank you so much for tuning in. It's been an amazing show where we've been celebrating all that is magical about young people, the young performance with Majosi, just truly spectacular. But we're going to take it back to the very beginning. And this is quite a shocking statistic for me. It certainly kind of targets the emotion. In South Africa, 1 in 7 babies are born premature. And it is the leading cause of death in children under the age of 5. You can let that sink in. At the New Horns Trust, they focus on saving as many of these babies as possible, as well as supporting their families during what must be the most traumatic experience ever. If a baby is able to get access to good medical care at that critical time, as well as their mother's breast milk, their chances of survival are far greater. This morning, here to discuss this very sensitive topic further is Meg, who we absolutely love and adore, author of Baby Sense, and Amy McIver from Newborns Trust. So, where do you even begin with this, guys? Every baby counts is the tagline of Newborns Trust. You know, as a new parent, it's very difficult to think of how challenging it is just being a new parent. What it must be like for someone going through this experience. What is your reason for being? Why are you guys doing the work that you do? Why is this so important? And what is it that you guys do essentially?
So we raise funds to support the families of the prem babies. I don't think anybody understands what happens behind the doors of an NICU, a neonatal ICU, unless you've been there. And as you mentioned, it's extremely traumatic for mums to see their babies with tubes in every part of their body and not be able to hold their babies, not know whether their babies are going to survive or not. Just to give you an idea of what we're dealing with, we see up to 3,000 babies a year in our unit. Around 500 of those weigh less than 500 grams. That's a block of butter,
yeah,
if you can imagine. I mean, this I brought just to show you. I don't know if you can see, but those are the exact size of some of our babies' footprints. That's how tiny these little ones are.
I mean, Jack was around 4 kgs, my little boy.
It
just brings it to bear.
Yeah. But what I was saying to Meg a little earlier is that it's not all doom and gloom, and because we are on an uplifting and a positive show, and we want to highlight the positivity. Every day when I feel like I'm having a rough day, I take a walk into high care and ICU and I see those babies fighting to stay alive, and it really puts things into perspective. And I said to Meg, I've got a theory that premature babies turn out to be champions, because from the day that they arrive in the world, they have to fight so hard to stay alive. Look at Wade van der Kyk. Born at 29 weeks, his mum Odessa told that he wouldn't survive, and he's our golden boy.
Well, I mean, a family very close to me had their first child was born prematurely, and he is an awesome little guy and is growing into the most amazing young man. But how people rallied around, how we were all brought together in that space. But you know, it's a golden opportunity to create this incredible space of love. But there are certain realities that are inescapable. So. Normally 40 weeks is kind of our baseline. I know every pregnancy is slightly different, but what is the impact on a baby with early delivery, even going back to as early as, as light as 500 grams? That's
tiny,
crazy.
Yeah. So we know that the ideal world for a developing fetus is intrauterine space. So there's a number of reasons for that. And when a baby's born early, and when we consider baby to be born early, it's anything before about 37 weeks. A life is actually viable from about 24 weeks, which is probably where a lot of the babies in the Newborn Trust, those kind of 500 grammers, are very close to probably 24, 25 weeks. The problem is that when you've got that many weeks, so call it 15 weeks of being in a space that really isn't ideal, a number of things happen. One is that gravity plays a part on the little baby's body because they've got quite low tone. So they often have kind of these frog postures, and a very important part of being in a good NICU, like newborns is that they position the babies to be a little bit more similar to how they are in the womb. So positioning, for instance, is important. Obviously, in the womb environment, you've got the perfect nutrition for a baby, and a baby who's now born prem now can't digest milk, obviously. Then they definitely can't suck when they're as tiny as that. So a really good NICU is going to be able to care for babies so that even at that stage, they'll get the right nutrients in. And so there's a massive impact just on the baby of being born prematurely.
We're going to obviously have you guys around for a bit this morning, so we're going to get into what parents can do and be proactive and positive in this space. But we'd love for you to share your stories as well on our social media platforms. I know every family has a completely different narrative and path, just like every little baby, every beautiful life that we need to protect, which highlights the amazing work that you are doing. But we're going to get into what you can do as a parent, as a family in this situation in part 2.
Well, it's time for us to head to our kitchen this morning. Of course, we are joined by Majosi and Teresa Alia. She's here today, and we're going to be making a really delicious recipe that marries 3 of our favorite things: chicken, mayo, and puff pastry with a chicken mayo pie that is definitely not going to stand a chance as being a leftover. So let me say hello to my beautiful guests, Majosi, Teresa.
Hello.
How are you doing
Very
today?
well, thank you.
We are putting you to work, sir. If you're not
Definitely.
entertaining us, you're cooking for us.
Well, I'm hungry, so this is going to pay off for me.
Gotta
so.
work for your food around here.
Yeah.
All right, Teresa, what are we making and what are the ingredients today?
Right, so we're just going to make our chicken filling. Very, very easy.
Yeah.
We're going to pop it in the pan, put our pastry on top, and we're done.
I love it. Well, he is going to be your sous chef
He's
today.
going to help me.
He's going to make sure that everything
Sous
gets
chef.
done.
Reporting.
How hands-on are you in the kitchen, Majosi?
I'm very hands-on. My girlfriend calls me the best cook in the world.
Ooh.
That's a lie. She doesn't say that. I can't cook. I can't cook.
That's why we were like, can we believe that?
No, I can't cook. No.
Okay, we're going to teach you a recipe that's sure. She's going to propose to you after you make her this.
Oh, well, geez.
Hope you're watching.
You were saying
chicken pie is a regular at home, so I think this is old hat to you, isn't it?
Yeah, 100%, yeah.
All right, we're going to start with the Be Well mayo.
Okay.
So if you could put 3 nice big dollops into the chicken.
And what is a dollop, ma'am?
A nice big heaped tablespoon.
Just
there we
for
go.
those at home
That's
who
a
don't know
technical
what a dollop
term.
is.
Dollop.
It's a kitchen term that we use,
It's
dollop.
about, we're going to add about a cup in total.
Okay, there's some dollops.
There we go. Right, so I'm going to start mixing.
So yummy and creamy. While you're mixing, I don't know if you know this, but Be Well is the only mayo endorsed by the Heart and Stroke Foundation of South Africa. It carries the Cancer Smart Choice seal, so always look out for that. Also, it's high in vitamin E and omega-3s and helps lower the risk of heart disease, depression, and arthritis. And it's made exclusively using locally sourced GMO canola oil, GMO-free canola oil. All right, that's mixed up.
So we're going to keep adding, so we're going to add some cheese sauce.
Ooh, cheese sauce, yum.
Always the winner. You can use white sauce as well.
Ah, okay, cheesy goodness.
Throw it all in.
Throwing it all in.
So far, it's pretty doable, right, Majosi?
Totally.
Doable.
Lots of deliciousness. We're going to add some red onion.
I love me some red onions.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go.
And we've got some chopped up gherkins over there.
Chopped up gherkins.
Flavor.
Some parsley.
Some parsley.
Yeah.
I do know what that is.
As you reach
Also
for
some
the
mustard. You can add whichever mustard you like, whatever your favorite is.
Do you want to use this?
Yeah, thank you.
There you go.
Thank you. This is hot English mustard.
I think so, yeah.
Ooh, look
but
at
you can
you.
use Dijon.
Look at me and my kitchen knowledge. Hey, yo.
Right, we've also got some lemon zest.
Lemon zest.
So some nice fresh flavour and some Parmesan cheese.
Lovely. So while you guys are mixing, Be Well Fry Well oil is perfect for frying as it has a high smoke point and neutral flavour. Now, it's been formulated for increased oxidative stability, meaning that the oil is not denatured when heated. And of course, when it comes to the taste, Be Well olive and canola mayonnaise is an ultra premium product with a subtle yet distinct flavour of olive oil, raising the bar and making this a mayonnaise of choice.
All right.
And it looks so good.
Shall we grab the pan there?
The pan?
And we're going to pop all the filling inside.
Here we go.
So how easy was that?
That was so easy.
Super, super easy.
This is going to be a
easy.
flavour bomb. I just know it's going to be gorgeous.
So much flavour.
All
Right,
right.
so get that all in there.
I could just eat it like this.
I think it would be pretty good. And of course, the chicken is cooked. It's a great way if you have leftover roast chicken. You can use
from
that in
Sunday
the pie.
lunch.
Exactly.
That is a Monday evening dinner.
Absolutely.
The key word is Be Well. If you would love this delicious chicken mayo pie recipe, all you have to do is SMS the keyword Be Well to 33728. We will gladly send you the ingredients list and the link to the recipe, and you could be making this yourself. Look at Majosi just nicely tapping
There
that
we
pastry.
go.
Just like good pastry. Good pastry. And of course, how long would you pop this into the oven for, Teresa?
So 200 degrees until the pastry is puffed up and golden. So I would say about 25 to 30 minutes. So I've just tucked it in at the sides. You can give it a little crimp.
The egg wash is not for drinking.
Oh, not for drinking, sorry. I thought it was a palate cleanser.
No.
Yeah, sorry, excuse me.
My word.
So
Thank you so much, Teresa. Thank you, Majosi. And of course, once it comes out of the oven, it looks like this beautiful golden brown, crispy and delicious. Well, there you have it. Winter blues are officially a thing of the past. You can warm up your homes with this delicious Be Wild chicken mayo pie. To get the recipe sent straight to your phone, simply SMS the keyword Be Wild to 33728. Teresa and Majosi, thank you so much for this yummy crowd pleaser. Let's eat.
Yum, yum.
Cadbury Dairy Milk shines a light on the generosity alive in each of us. Bring your old toys to any of Cadbury Dairy Milk's pop-up Little Generosity shops in major centres this winter and receive a slab of Cadbury Dairy Milk chocolate. Get to Cape Town's Canal Walk Little Generosity shop from the 19th of July to the 5th of August with your toys, and let's inspire a little more Cadbury Dairy Milk goodness in the world.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Normally that gorgeous little laugh means we can celebrate our babies, but 1 out of 7 babies, now that we know being born prematurely means that a lot of families out there are suffering through a very traumatic experience, but there are incredible beings like Amy and newborns, Grooteskeer Trust. I love that, little by little. That's just the sweetest thing. And obviously Meg joining us for this discussion. I think primarily we want to look at what parents in this situation can do and what we can all do to help families and moms in particular in that, and babies in that situation.
Well, one of the most important things for prem babies is that they get human milk, human breast milk. And, you know, there's a number of things in human breast milk that are really magical qualities for all babies, but for prem babies, they're medicinal. And I was really excited to hear what you were doing with your breast milk bank.
We launched a breast milk project 2 years ago. It was actually featured on the Expresso show called the Mom Project, Mother's Own Milk, where we have a scooter and a driver that goes to our mom to fetch their breast milk in jars that were sponsored very generously by Consul. We find a lot of our moms get discharged to areas like Khayelitsha, Gugulethu, all over the Western Cape. I mean, our babies come from as far as George. And mum often gets discharged and doesn't have the money.
Just simply can't afford it, yeah.
To come back to the hospital and feed her baby. So we just thought if we were able to fetch the milk from mum and bring it back to the baby, it would just be a solution. And what we found by doing that is a huge increase in our donor milk, because often mums have a lot more milk than they need, and they'll send back a lot more than their baby needs, and we're able at the unit to pasteurize that milk and then feed other babies with it.
Well, it just, you know, it takes a village. I absolutely love that. Yeah. I thought you were holding a tissue in your hand there. Meg, can you please just tell us what you're holding in your hand?
I mean, I was completely blown away. Amy brought this today just to give parents the perspective that this is a little nappy. And so that's how tiny these little prems are. And that really is, you know, kind of really shows you just how fragile and how amazing these little lives are, and tiny.
We know nutrition is a big part of what a baby gets in the womb, but the sensory development is a massive part of that first vital stage. Talk me through sensory developmental care. How does that work?
Yeah, so we try and reenact the womb world. So I spoke a little bit just now about the positioning of the baby, but there's a lot of other things. For instance, in the womb, the baby has really amazing constant touch, and touch is one of the most powerful kind of almost also medicinal senses in a way. Of course, when you're in a NICU,
the stimulation that's constant,
it's the stimulation. But it's also very soothing. And when you're in the isolate or the little bassinet that the babies are put into, you really don't get a lot of touch. And in fact, a lot of the touch you get get is quite noxious. You know, people are actually doing medical procedures with you, maybe pricking you. You've got pipes in and out of you, and so a lot of touch is noxious. So one of the things we do in sensory developmental care is we actually put the babies back onto their mom's chests, and we call this kangaroo mother care. And it was actually developed in Bogota, Colombia, many years ago, where little babies, preem babies, were going to die, and a doctor there said, well, let's pop the babies onto their mom's chests so that they can die in contact with their mom. And what they found was these babies didn't die. And so we've realized that this has become one of the best things that we can do for little babies, and it definitely is one of the drives that they do at newborns, is to actually get the babies naked. They have little hoochies on their head. I think you've got the hoochies there.
But you guys can knit at home and donate as well.
And they need
on our website.
Yes, go onto the website and actually get that pattern, please knit. And they put that little hoochie on the baby's head because they lose the most body temperature through their head. And so the baby wears that and they're naked on their mummy's chest, or their dad, but mainly their mums. And that actually acts as a human incubator.
Let the science of nature kick in. Yeah.
It's really beautiful. We really promote KMC at our hospital and in our unit and across the Western Cape. In fact, we've got 12 beds in our unit where our mums that live very far away can come and actually stay over and put babies on their chests. We've got up to 80 babies in our unit, so it's not possible for us to accommodate all the mums. But as far as we can, we do like to, even the mums that aren't staying over, we encourage them to come and sit next to the incubator during the day and keep baby on their chest with all the pipes and cords still connected.
Man, I think it'll be therapeutic for both mom and baby, to be quite honest. I can imagine it's a two-way street. Just very quickly, where do we go to support you? How can we help you? What's the most important?
Please do visit our website. It's newborns.org.za, and our Facebook page. We're very active on Facebook. We put things like patterns and measurements for these up all the time. We put calls for help. Sometimes a particular mum has got a story, and it's not always monetary. People can help in ways that they wouldn't even
I'm thinking
imagine.
Transport is a big thing. I'm just seeing that the logistics around this is amazing. You're doing some amazing work. Thank you so much. I'm pretty sure it's a calling, not a job. So continue along that path. Meg, thank you so much. It's always very difficult to broach these sorts of conversations, but I think most importantly we need to take on board that we are part of a broader family and community, and there's something, whether it's your child or not, that we can all do to help these parents, these mothers, and especially these tiny, hold that nappy up again, these tiny little beings fight through what has got to be one of the greatest challenges ever. You can ponder that. Get onto that website right now as we take a quick break.
Enjoy a moment in between with McCafe. See you after the break.
Science reaches for the truth. It works for the big and small, for the old and young. And with knowledge as our first ingredient, science is at the heart of our food. For differences you can see, feel, and trust. It all starts with science.
Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. It's Expresso right here on SABC3. Now, Africa's premier film event, the Durban International Film Festival, is in its 40th edition in 2019. Arguably the continent's biggest film event, it attracts both film lovers and industry representatives from across Africa and beyond, and is a 12-day celebration of world-class cinema which screens new features, documentaries, short films from around the globe with a special focus on African film. Now, this year also sees the 10th edition of the Durban Film Mart with industry buyers and sellers. The co-curator of the industry program, Durban International Film Festival and Durban Film Mart, Tiny Mungwe, as well as the director for Buys Cafe, the film closing the festival, Maynard Krak, is in studio, and they are going to tell us all about the interesting and exciting happenings over the next few days. Tiny, Maynard, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
So, Tiny, I'm going to start off with you. Two very, very big things. The 40th Durban Film International Film Festival, and then, of course, the 10th Durban Film Mart. What differentiates the two?
So the Durban International Film Festival is one of the oldest film platforms in the continent. It has a great history that also resonates with South African history. It was one of the events that was set up by the University of KwaZulu-Natal to push back against segregated viewings and also just segregation during the apartheid years. And with the start of the new South Africa, it's become like a premier industry platform where the best of African and international world cinema is showcased, and it's an opportunity for people who are passionate about watching and enjoying cinema to get together and celebrate film. The Durban Film Mart was started about 10 years ago by the city of Durban through the Durban Film Office, and it's a platform that creates an opportunity for people who are in the film business to connect and talk about best practices in cinema, and also to make business, basically, to make connections, to make films.
Two really wonderful platforms coming together, so that is really, really great. Now, I know that there are various films that are going to be shown, as well as programs for people to learn more about the art and business of filmmaking. Why is it so important to provide these kind of platforms, especially where South African cinema and South African films is involved?
Well, film is a very powerful medium for helping us as society to reflect on the lives that we're living, to reflect on what of our shared values are. Film is also important for entertainment and has a huge economic impact on the South African economy, also across the continent. It's also important for helping people to be represented. If we're talking about diversity in terms of media and cinema globally, that diversity comes from us in Africa making films and kind of showing what Africa is for. So it starts here, and the end product is things like Black Panther and those big diverse films. So this is why it's important.
It's so exciting what's coming out of Africa, and of course what we're doing to help grow the industry. Maynard, you've got two films showing at the festival, The Last Victims as well as Buys Cafe, which is closing off the festival, which is quite an incredible distinction. How does that make you feel?
Well, I think we're immensely proud of the fact that I've got two projects in the festival, and we're very grateful and honoured that we have Buys Cafe closing the festival. You know, it's a completely Cape Town-based film, and it's so contrasting, these two films, because The Last Victims is so dark and depressing, and then this is a much lighter, sweeter family film.
Wow. Well, that's wonderful, and that it's closing off the festival is it's hugely amazing as well.
But it speaks to the actual some of the themes of this festival this year, because the films, even though it's wrapped up in a rom-com, it touches on gentrification. We've got a relationship between an Indian girl and a black guy, so this is also, it's talking to some social issues as well.
Which is very powerful. As a filmmaker, how do you feel, about a festival like this? What does it do to support and enhance what you and other filmmakers are trying to do in the industry?
Well, it gives a platform, I think, to showcase what we are doing, because of course the films are intended to go to do theatrical releases, and they will do. Both of these films will release in 2020. But it also gives an opportunity to showcase the films within to our peers in the first instance, in terms of within the industry, and that's so important for filmmakers to be able to network and show this is my voice, this is my style of filmmaking, etc. And also of course for all the talent within that, in those films. You know, this gives these actors an opportunity to showcase what they can do, and a platform which to network with future collaborators. So it definitely serves great purpose.
Definitely, and from a filmmaker himself, thank you so much, Maynard. Thank you so much, Tiny. This is definitely a festival not to be missed, and now in its 40th year, I'm so excited about where it's going to go in the future. Now, if you are in the film industry and want to see the amazing work being done in the country, then be sure to check out the 40th Durban International Film Festival, as well as the 10th Durban Film Mart, all happening between the 18th and the 28th of July 2019. Info for the Film Mart can be found at durbanfilmmart.co.za, and for all the information of the main festival, you can find that visiting ccadiff.ukzn. Tell us that.
ccadiff.ukzn.ac.za.
There we go. Yeah. Thank you so much to our amazing guests. Do not miss the Durban International Film Festival, now in its 40th year. Stunning.
Well, this is exciting news all around from film, and now looking at entrepreneurship and what's happening in the country. Now, we know that spaza shops, they play a very important role in the South African township economy. Not only do they give the township its very unique vibrancy and entrepreneurial buzz, but they also provide local businesses and business owners with a source of income.
Yep, and I think they stimulate an entire community. And of course, the Grandpa Spaza Shop Academy is something truly special. So we thought we'd catch up with the runner-up, one of those people whose lives has been transformed by the academy, Ntsako Hobyani, on what this academy has done for their business and for their life in general.
What exactly is a spaza shop? A spaza shop is an informal convenience store, usually run from home, selling a variety of household items. But what does it take to run a successful spaza shop business in the heart of a township? This is the story of Ntsako Hobyani.
Mina Robert Ntsako Hobyani ni huma Alipompo. Leswi swi vula yini ni le Kliptown ni laha hi ku sapota vaseketeri va mina hi bindzu ra mina. Mina ni business ya mina i ku xavisa swilo swa ku fanisana na ti-cold drinks, mintolovelo swilo hinkwato ni vula ku ti-fruits na ti-vegetables hi swona ni delaka hi swona. Loko ni ri laha endzeni ka business ni make sure ku ri swilo swa mina swi clean, then na custom loko ti ta ni ti khoma kahle. Reason ya mina a ku va ni ti antswisa ka leswi a ni tirhisa hi swona a masunguleni. Ku va ni kota ku va ni ngetela xitoko xa mina na ku va ni kota ku va ni pfuna vanhu. Ni ngetela nhlayo leyi a ni pfuna vanhu hi yona a ku sunguleni. Swi ve kahle ngopfu hi ku ni kota ku va ni dyondza ku ri loko se ni va ni ri na va ka Grandpa Academic, ni kota ku va ni tiva ku ri endzeni ka business ya mina ku na mali leyi fanelaka yi va ya business, and then ku va na mali leyi ni fanelaka ni yi tirhisa mina. Sweswiwani ni kota ku va ni teka ku va ni save mali. Ni kota ku va ni save mali, and then ni tlhela ni kota ku va ni tiva ku ri mali ni yi humesa njhani loko se ni fanele ni ya store.
It's with the right training and skills development that these spaza shop owners can build a successful business. This starts with the Grandpa Spaza Academy.
For me, the success of the course was the fact that we have reached Ikas late. I come from Ikas myself, and things like this do not come to our Ikas, especially for our spaza shop businesses. They come for the affluent SMMEs and all of that, but the spaza shops are always neglected, according to me. But also the fact that this project is reaching our businesses that have been in the hands of generations and generations, about grandfather Betu, about grandmother Betu, who've been running spaza shops forever and taking us to school and taking us to universities. And finally, today, they are here to learn more about this. They've been doing this for 20 years, but finally now they can refine and learn different ways of doing business, especially in the times of competition as they're competing with different people outside there. Now they get to learn the skills so that our businesses do not die. They can go to another generation. So that's more important. And the demographics, come on. How many, we always see these courses being attended by young people, but today lana kunabo mkhulu, today lana kule course kunabo young people, kunabo buti, kunabo mama. So it's a mix of everything, and for me that is successful.
By implementing everything they've learned, the spaza shop owners are truly given the chance to transform and grow their business.
Grandpa's spaza shop yin pfuni ngopfu hi ku sweswiwani ni kota ku va ni stoka swilo hi ti-bulk. Like aku sunguleni ni kota ku stoka swilo hi 1 but since ni va ni ri a xikolweni xa grandpa ni koti ku dyondza ku ri na kota ku va ni manager ku va ni stoka swilo hi ti-bulk. I ku lexi ni nga xi vona hi bindzu I xi lexi xi ni hanyisaka xi hanyisaka family ya mina na mina self and then na vaakatiko va ndhawu leyi ni tshamaka ka yona. So I xi lexi ni vonaka xi ri na nkoka ngopfu ku va I ri na xiphaza swi vula ku va I kha I va I supply vanhu lava I tshamaka na vona ka ndhawu yaleyo na ku va kumeka va nga kumi swilo a kule na ku durheriwa hi transport. Ni nga swi teka ku ri ku humelela avuton'wini hi loko se I ri na business like I kota ku va I kota ku ti endlela xin'wana na xin'wana, but a ni vuli ku ri I fane I undermine vanhu van'wana, like teka munhu un'wana na un'wana ku fana na wena hi ku I va I humelerisiwe hi yena munhu yalowo.
Building a business in general can be a very difficult task. Now, building a micro business coming from a township puts even greater pressure on these micro business owners because obviously you're operating from a place of disadvantage. I think that the access to skills programs and mentorship is that much more important for micro businesses in the township because already they're at a disadvantage and they don't have as much access to these things as, for example, their urban counterparts. Therefore, it's very important for them to have such empowerment opportunities in order to make a success of their businesses. It's through hard work, dedication, and the willingness to learn that defines who we are and what we become. And the Grandpa Spaza Academy gives business owners the opportunity to become so much more.
Putintsako bjani mitiro ya n'wina I saseke ngopfu and la ku ri business ya n'wina yi famba kahle, and that's just exactly what happens when corporate South Africa comes together and they rally behind these small businesses who have such a big role to play in these township spaces.
Yeah,
it's
man.
Absolutely incredible.
So if you have a spaza shop and are interested in finding out more about the Grandpa Spaza Academy and how you can get involved and evolve your own business, then contact 0766 663 173. That's 0766 663 173, and hopefully you can transform your business.
Grandpa's fast acting pain relief. It's ready to work in 10 seconds.
Grandpa, trusted for over 100 years.
Get an insurance quote and stand a chance to win one of 6 Samsung S10 smartphones. Simply SMS the keyword LIFE to 31492 for a callback and quote, and you could be a winner.
Welcome back. You are lucky enough to be joining us for one last performance from one of the coolest guys. Dude,
me?
No, I wasn't talking about you, but no, dude, you know, bro, you know. I love you because I see you all over the place, and you always just ask the most like sweetest, sensitive questions, and you're just a cool guy, dude. So thank you so much for always being that energy on our set.
Thanks, man.
Your guitar's shrunk in the wash a little bit. I don't know if you're aware that your guitar's really small, but that is the coolest ukulele I've ever seen, dude. Where can people see you perform live? Because I think as much as I'm loving hearing all of your stuff on radio, and the next tune that we're about to hear on radio a lot, which is awesome. Where can people see you perform live and connect with you?
Well, today in Cape Town, I am performing at here in Cape Town at Cafe Roo in Cape Town. So pull in. That's in Short Market Street. And then I'm doing a barnyard tour, which I'm super excited about. It starts on the 7th of August in Menlyn. So we do Menlyn, we go to Silver Star, Rivonia, Suncoast, which is in Durban, and then back here in Tiger Valley in Cape Town. So yeah, just go and check out the details on my Facebook.
And that's lekker, that's nice and personal, it's awesome, but let's give you a taste of this man's unbelievable talent with a massive hit. It's waiting.
Thank you.
Sometimes it feels like I do nothing right. I just walk and walk without the end in sight. Am I a fool to do the same thing and hope something changes? Like a fool, follow my heart and hope that someone takes it. Sometimes it feels like I'm too innocent, that if I trust, then something good will come of it. Am I a fool to do the same thing and hope something changes? Like a fool, give you my heart and hope that you don't break it. I've been waiting for you all my life. You've been running through my dreams at night. I've been searching for the longest time. Tell me, darling, when will you be mine? I think I see an open door, but I don't go in 'cause I've been here before. Am I a fool to feel afraid because I don't know her name? Am I a fool to stand in front of her and hope that she stays? I've been waiting for you all my life. You've been running through my dreams at night. I've been searching for the longest time. Tell me, darling, when will you be mine? I've been waiting for you all my life. You've been running through my dreams at night. I've been searching for the longest time. Tell me, darling, when will you be mine? And it feels like I do nothing right, and it feels like I should never try. There are days and the moments, days and you have always been my soldier. I've been waiting for you all my life. You've been running through my dreams at night. I've been searching for the longest time. Tell me, darling, when will you be mine? I've been waiting, you know I've been waiting for you all my life. You've been running, you've been running through my dreams at night. I've been searching for the longest time. Tell me, darling, when will you be mine?
Yay!
Come on.
Expresso Morning Show, made with love by Clover.
Another feel-good production.